All right. Well, welcome back again. This is another edition of the Scrying Pools podcast. This is our fifth one so far. Uh, it's also the second attempt at this because it wouldn't be a Scrying Pool podcast without massive technical issues getting these damn things started. This one is a little bit more extensive than the last few that we've done, but hopefully because there's not a whole lot to talk about in October and eh, November will be going by pretty quickly. We can devote most of our time to the lore live stream that happened just a couple hours ago. So I am Knight of Knee / I'm Kerrigan / I'm Caroline. And I am here with Orange,
Hello there.
Gina,
Hi.
Rubik,
Hello.
Vey,
Hey.
Robo,
Hello.
Amascut,
Howdy.
and Lime.
Hi, guys.
We may be obtaining Kitten later on, but we will see if that happens. There's going to be also going AFK and coming back and rage quitting, etc. So, I guess we'll go ahead and get started here. The October updates were not particularly great. I guess
That's an understatement.
who was it that said that that 2010 was the year of us fixing our mess ups?
First off, it was 2012, and that was Amoscut.
Well, that's okay. 2012. Well, that's what I meant. 2012. Yeah. October seems to be a kind of pretty much features in that boat. We had the Festival of the Dead, which was
Derp at best.
yeah.
Yeah, Festival of the Dead. It was just
Man.
when they first came out with that, I thought it was the Halloween event. Nope, it wasn't.
No, it was like the Mexican fest. It was for the Mexican
Yeah,
Festival of the Dead.
It was for the Mexican festival. It's like the Thanksgiving event for November, except for they're doing it for October.
Mm-hmm.
Which, honestly, I had no clue as to why they're doing it.
Maybe they like Mexican food.
Okay. I guess we'll go with that. We'll go with that. We'll go with that logic.
It's temporary content.
It is temporary content. And they'd mentioned in the future,
Yeah.
in one of the future, or I think it was in the future updates thing, that they were about that kind of temp content, and that hopefully they wouldn't be doing a whole ton of it. But yeah, there's definitely that. I guess I'm going to skip the other three and just quickly touch on the Halloween event, because that is a reused temporary content.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there's
So, at best.
apparently the Easter event that was redone. I didn't log in for 28 days in the middle of the month because of various reasons. So I never got a chance to look at that, but from everything I heard, it was pretty much the same.
I never did either.
Alright, so, and then from there, I guess, and also in October, there was the King Black Dragon, the dungeon rework. The dungeons look amazing.
The lore was epic, too.
I haven't actually visited the dungeons myself because I've been away for the first half of the month. But I've seen a video of it, and there's apparently, and I think it's in the Brimhaven dungeon, there's like, they talked about in the Lure live stream, which we'll talk about later, but there's like this secret hidden area to like a gated stairway, which you can't enter yet. They add it.
I was actually there today. I didn't notice anything like that, but I wasn't looking for it, so.
There's something I want to bring up about the Dragon Riders when we get to that.
What are you saying, Gina?
I went on a trailer with Robo looking specifically for stuff like that.
Ah, gotcha.
Did you guys come across it?
Yeah, we did.
Where is it? Is it over by the dragons?
Yeah, it's near the Iron and Steel Dragon.
Okay, because I couldn't actually go over there because I didn't have a Dragonfire shield.
There's just some nice stairs there too. It looks like it goes down to another level.
Oh, well that's
Noob Kerrigan, it's only third degree burn.
it's only third degree burns that deal 600
Take it like a
damage.
man.
I'm not interested in dying down there, but I mean, yeah. Okay, and
Ruben.
then I guess from there. So, is there anything you want to say about the Dragon Riders? Because
Yes, I do.
then go on.
There's one thing that I can't remember who said this, but it's not directly pertaining to the Dragon Riders, but it's more about the Amaka Anakra, or Anakra, however it's pronounced. You know in that post bag letter where she says she doesn't know what Dragon Rider is? And, we have the Dragon Riders that say they come in the second age, like, well, we come and go in the second age, and Dragon Riders, I wonder how late or early in the second age that Anaka went to the temple, because if she doesn't know about it, that implies that the Dragon Riders came pretty late in the age, or that she went to her temple early in the age. Nothing too big, but just curiosity.
Well, it's an interesting timeline issue, and it'll help place things later on. Like if you can get a timeline, then things kind of start to lock together, and you can figure out what caused what and what was caused by something else, or what is completely unrelated that you may have thought.
Pretty
I
much.
really like how they're adding these lore elements into relatively mundane updates. I mean, yeah, the King Black Dragon getting a facelift is great. I mean, the dungeons look amazing. I went and visited both of them, or 3 of them today, and they all look awesome. And like my hats off to the graphics team. But I love how they're adding these minor lore things. They did it with the Queen Black Dragon. They did it with the King Black Dragon. They did it with some other major boss that I can't remember right now.
Speaking of the Queen Black Dragon, have you noticed that they've been making a bunch of King Black Dragon related content? Lore. Because, in the past we just knew that, there's a dragon there, it's got 3 heads, does weird stuff, stay away. But now, we know about his origins, we know what happened afterwards. He apparently became a mount. So,
For the Dragon Riders.
Yep. So that's pretty cool.
It was interesting. I definitely like that lore stuff.
But here's the thing, and I think
There is
Robo
one
agrees
thing
with me.
though. I think I said this last live stream, but
You go ahead, Robo.
oh.
Go ahead.
Anyways, I like how they're adding all this. I like how they're adding all this stuff to the bosses and stuff. But I just wish they'd do something other than journals, like releasing it in some other type of way.
Yeah, and I agree with that.
Yeah, I mean,
It's great that they're releasing lure, but if you just do it journals after journals, then it's just, it gets a little
hey,
boring.
it gives our friends chat something to do.
But like they can use like cut scenes, more interactive ways to tell it, or like you know how the ghostly robes where you had to go and you learn the story bit by bit every time you found a different person.
Yeah.
The channel lets you all revealed at once.
Maybe they could do something like a reverse effigy, where it grants you the knowledge about stuff.
You dump XP in it and it gives you knowledge? Like what?
It would keep the pure attack.
It's the anti-efficiency
Like-
effigy. Yes! We need this!
I don't know,
Gives you
how
stats.
many of you guys noticed this though, but if you looked at most of the updates this year, it's been in a setup for next year. Like, if you just look at it, most of it's a setup for next year as to what they're gonna do.
Very well might
with
be.
all the
There have been a ton of graphical updates, so they don't have to do that next year. Although, I mean, granted, there's still some areas that desperately need them. Kromja. But, yeah.
Underground
Look, Amos
Pass.
gets back.
Speaking of graphical updates, I guess we should, unless somebody else has something that they want to say about the King Black Dragon and dungeon rework specifically, because we can get back on this lore stuff when we get talking to the live stream.
Yeah.
I just want to say one more thing. You guys were just talking about how all this year's stuff is just a setup for next year. I remember explicitly saying that at the beginning of the year, and I know Robo.
You heard it here first.
I remember.
Way to be a hipster, Lime. Way to be a hipster.
I'm the only real scryer out of all of you.
Of course.
Wait, what'd you say?
Admittedly, we were all totally expecting, like elf and major desert quests instead of desert
Wait.
rework. No.
Except
What were
me,
you
I saw it
saying?
coming.
Jagex did a lot of hype for this year that they then went ahead and pushed
Yep.
back.
hmm And I think they realized that they didn't have the money. I know I'm gonna regret to say this, but
Don't,
they didn't
don't,
have the
We're
money.
not-
no,
I'm-
don't,
Yeah,
don't,
just
let Rubik talk.
Okay.
They didn't have the money to
Don't
do
it.
it,
You already know what you're gonna
and
say.
so they had to change what they wanted to do throughout this year. And so they, instead of focusing it on quests, which they're gonna do next year, they focused it on more of
Revenue.
like
Reworking and preparing.
setting up a
Yeah.
base for next year, so they can actually do it
Okay.
next year.
That's and on that note, that is all we will talk about that this entire podcast, except for maybe one little bit in November. Anyways, moving on. So along the lines of the graphical updates that we were talking about before, they had the Goblin update along with the What's Mine is Yours quest, which was a rework of Doric's quest.
Dork quest. Ooh.
By Art's Quest, which wasn't really.
And
Hello,
Walter
Walter.
has appeared.
Howdy, Walter.
And I don't think he's going to be talking. He's going to be the Phantom in the chat as usual, unless yes, he will be. Okay. So we're on What's Mine is Yours. I did this quest just like about an hour and a half ago.
Ugh.
I liked it. It was good for a short free-to-play quest.
It was decent. The
Yeah,
dialogue was really bad, though.
The what was?
At least with the
Like,
writing, the dialogue for whenever they went to the castle, the White Knight's castle.
Yeah, the castle. At the castle, that was
Yeah.
really bad.
Talking with Isaac and actually meeting Boric for the first time was so
Mhm.
bad.
Like you go into the castle, and the one guy, I can't remember his name at the moment, but the
It's like
one
Serlin
knight
or
there
something.
is talking to the dwarf there, and he's trying to sell it. And then you barge in and says, "He's not the real person I am."
And Borg just
And
says,
he believes-
"Okay, you got me."
Yeah.
Yep.
Really, guys? On the other hand, I very much liked the fact that they definitely confirmed the living rock cavern was some sort of anomaly of magic.
Oh yeah, I did
Yeah.
catch that.
I bet you would.
Rateable. That was very well done. Interestingly enough, it actually supports a quest I'm writing more than it screws it up.
That's a first.
Yeah, that never happened. All it did was just make my quest seem more plausible.
Well, there you go.
Yeah. Jagex steals my ideas all the time.
Yeah, they stole everybody else's ideas. They stole Lime's idea for the Eastern Lands.
I think Roland
they
is what I'm
stole
talking
it
about
like
more than
this.
anything.
But yeah, I also
Alright.
like the fact that they did kind of give a little bit of expansion to the way Keldagrim works, and that dwarves don't always, have to live there, but, they can go back and learn. So clearly there's some sort of center of knowledge
Yeah.
in Keldagrim we just can't access.
As
Yeah.
for like a fourth wall type of thing or whatever.
Yeah.
I like at the end of the quest when there's a father and son relationship thing, and they have all the funny little dialogue
The
options
kitten.
Yeah,
that I could like. I fell into those and I clicked on them and I had to end up redoing the whole little fight thing just because I was entertained by them.
I wish I'd done them. Does anything interesting happen when you start tasks? Because I've not bothered to go through those yet.
Say
When
that
you do
again?
the tasks for Doric.
Yeah, I've not bothered to finish those yet.
You just get a lot of smithing and mining XP.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
That's
not
what I
that
kind of
much.
Well, you get a lot of bonus that you can use.
It basically introduces the artisan's workshop and its features, as well as other type of smithing methods.
Which they'll have to
Just
rework
imagine-
when they do when they.
Yeah.
Well,
So, am I the only one who feels like the artisan's workshop has become like more accepted over the past year or so? Because I remember when it came out, everybody was raging over it, but now people have kind of realized, all right.
well, it's
this is
because of
okay.
the efficiency mindedness. Because it's apparently insane in XP. It's just retardedly expensive.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. If you've got the money, it's totally worth it.
I mean, that's what I've gotten out of it, and I mean, I would rather do other methods because I don't want to blow several hundred
To be
million.
honest, I never touched Artisan's Workshop until the task system. That was the first thing that got me to it. And then
And
with this quest, it introduced the other features that I'd never touched.
I messed
Yeah.
around with
Yeah.
first came. But
I found much was the thing I got to actually take a look at it.
I used it for a little while, then realized it was really expensive, and the gaining of the rewards was so slow that I didn't really want to. And I really hate making ceremonial swords now that I've had to do it in tasks. Like,
Yeah, same.
once in a while,
I hate it.
so expensive because
It
I
is-
mean they claim they're gonna pay you back, but they only pay you back for the ones you've made. So there's
Right.
8,000 that you failed,
Yeah.
and there's your bank.
Well,
Painful.
what are you gonna do?
Well, I suppose if they
there's-
paid you back more, then people would abuse it.
There is a cheat system where you could basically you don't get as much XP from doing it, and you'll end up losing XP. But you could just go there, start the sword, go talk to the guy, and finish it, and you completed the one out of whatever task.
Is that
It's-
really? I have a task for it right now, and I've just been avoiding it.
I'm pretty sure it does work that way.
I'll have to test it out because I thought if it was below 70%, it just said you failed it.
No,
That's good.
because I got like percent once and it worked.
I'll have to give that a shot then, because that would be really convenient since you get paid back for it. I don't care about the XP.
All right. So so
Anyway,
aside from that stuff,
Halloween.
is there anything else we want to mention with this What's Mine Is Yours and the Goblin update? Because I never did anything with the goblins.
Goblin update. Goblin
I
update.
did Goblin things once, and well, apparently the Black
personally-
Guard show up for it.
And like besides that, but in the behind the scenes, it's like an introduction for free to play bosses, or like introduction for people to get into bossing. What it really is
A level 15.
yeah, it's barely any difficult. If you're a new player that's new to the game, maybe, but
Maybe
it's-
it's like,
if you play the game for at least a month, it won't be anything.
actually, if you played it for 3 days, you'd probably be okay.
Yeah.
It's not as much of a challenge that they hyped it up to be. I mean, the mobs are cute and all, and the Black Guard show up, which is kind of interesting. But other than that, it's not really anything to shake a stick at.
The rewards are crap. You get a shield, a little thing of armor, and
They don't even look very good.
they don't
Still
look good.
have to go for it.
And yeah,
Yeah. Well, as long as What's Mine Is Yours doesn't delay the Dwarf finale. Yeah.
well, I gotta
I
go
mean-
with it.
Oh, that being said, we already know now. I think you do too. But the dwarf finale isn't being worked on now because Johnny is the one who's doing the Aryan quests.
You what? Sorry, I could not understand you there.
Mod John A is the one doing the Aryan quests, so he can't have been working on the dwarf finale too much.
Whoa. He's doing the Ariane quest? Oh, I'm in
call
love.
that.
Welcome back.
I kind of saw. I thought he was doing the before we figured out Srali, I was kind of thinking he'd do one of the signature heroes. So that does
Yeah.
not surprise me. I'm very glad to hear that. And
All right.
just throwing that out.
Okay, so I think that pretty much covers all of October. I mean,
That was-
there we mentioned the haunted houses already.
Filler month.
That's pretty much it. Unless somebody else has something to say about October, I guess.
It wasn't as good
Yeah.
as we thought it would be. That's all I can.
I guess.
I mean, I can't talk about October without a bit of bias because it was probably the worst month of my life, due to real life issues. But
Yeah. Well.
See, I liked October. I got to star in
Nice.
That was awesome.
I've
I got to be behind the scenes in a play and no
been
credits.
busy as shit
Ouch.
this month, so I can't even rate the month like in game. So
Gosh.
I'm gonna rate it 5. My IRL month -17.
Yeah, I gave it at the start of the month because I've started doing
Mhm.
BTS reviews. At the start of the month, I gave it an 7 out of 10. After the month's over, I give it
Yeah.
about a 5 out of 10. It was okay.
it is a filler month.
I can't wait for the Halloween screen to be over because I'm tired of getting.
Anybody else have any different ideas on how to rate this month? I would give it also about a 5, cause yeah, I just would.
November
Accurately
comes
rated.
after.
All right, then. Nobody else has anything for that.
All right.
November behind the scenes.
Okay, to November.
All right, so we have the first thing on the behind the scenes, and the first update in November, which they've already released a BTS video, which I haven't watched, is Tears of Guthix. Oh my God, that
No. Combat Academy.
was that actually in the?
It's out. It's out. It's in the.
Oh, okay. Well, then I guess we'll talk about that one first, at least a little bit.
Alright. Briefly touch. I actually went and did it today. And let's just say it's kind of boring.
Yeah.
Let's just
I
leave it at that.
expected them to do a birth orb with it, where like goblins are attacking and you get to defend it. Nope, it's you stand in a ring with some newbie-looking people sitting around you, and you fight summon
It
skeletons.
may also be just as a way to.
Introduce people using the
Yeah,
data
I
and they're working on a real one.
That
That would be.
I can't imagine that if it is like you just kind of stand in a ring, I can't imagine that they would consider that as quality content to be released.
Yeah, especially considering how excited they were
Yeah.
about the birth orb tutorial. They're like, "This is awesome. This is the best thing we've ever done. Everything we do after this is gonna be like this." And then it's like, "Hello, I'm Lady Death now. Show these noobs how to fight adventure."
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
All right, and then there was something else in the beta that I can't remember right now and is not on this list. What?
The make.
Oh, it was the
something
Make
to
X,
do
but
with
that's later
damage.
in November anyway. That's already. We'll talk about that in a bit.
Yeah.
Okay. Now we go to Tears of
Okay.
Guthix. My God, this needs a rework so bad. That entire cave is like, oh my God.
Oh. It's not as bad as the Varrock Garden, but it's
The-
really close.
Varrock Garden.
Juna has gone from I believe in this update that Juna will go from looking like a plastic snake from a can
That's
to
so
an
true.
anaconda.
She does look like a
She goes
plastic
from a
snake
garden
from a
snake to a
can.
giant python.
She looks so
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, the new one looks really cool. She's like draped all around the edges of the cave, and she's absolutely massive.
She's a
Apparently you-
boss. I mean, she's an absolute
knock you up into
boss.
the cavern and you die.
She's really cool. And my conceptions about it were actually incorrect. They are reworking the Lumber Swamp Caves and the
Nice.
Dorgish Khan mines.
That desperately needed that as well.
Thing
Are
is,
they
I did
doing
that.
all of Dorgish Khan?
I almost cried. Not all of Dorgish Khan. So you're gonna get like this
And
awesome
then the
lead up to
letdown.
Dorgish Khan, and then you walk in and it looks like the Varrock Gardens. And the mini map. It has been a year. The mini map. Is
Oh my
still
God,
screwed
it's
up.
terrible. It's been more than a year. It's been ever since I went there for the first time, which was like
Yeah.
a year and
Really?
a year and a half ago
Gosh,
at least.
About a year ago is when I noticed it. And it was just all three levels.
Yeah,
are shoved onto
it's
one.
at least on the low level. On the upper levels, it's not a problem, but on the low level, you see everything from all
Yeah.
the levels, and it's like, what?
Oh, you are. Yeah, so I mean, I submitted a bug report a year ago. I also talked to a mod about it, and they're like, "Yeah, we'll fix
Soon,
it very
trademark.
soon. Don't worry." Exactly.
This
Yeah.
is Jagex you're talking
It is a game
Exactly
developing
what I'm talking
company you're talking about, because all of them are like that. Blizzard, Jagex, Nexon, they're
Yeah, don't
all
worry,
the
guys.
same.
Fix this bug.
But okay, so that's looking to be a cool new update. I mean, they're gonna do the stuff with the XP and stuff. Whatever, who cares?
Oh, and the big bowl. Don't forget the big bowl. That's awesome. 80
I've
mining
got
and 80
those.
crafting. I need to trade my mining. I'm 78,
Wait, what?
so I'm using my doing my mining
There you
earn
go.
task at the same time. Baynor
Okay.
sucks. I wish the lava flow mod would let you fill up your credits. But anyway,
But Baynor gives
I'm sensing
some
some
nice
animosity.
stuff. Oh, I can look at the new Juna actually right
Yeah.
now. Do. That's the old Juna. That's not the new Juna.
oh, and don't forget the
Wait.
new Juna. Tears of Guthix is actually being added to the games now.
It's being added to the what?
Either the game, I think they said games.
Oh
now.
yeah,
I'm kinda
yeah.
excited for that.
Oh.
Now
That's
I'm
gonna
curious
make
what they're removing, if they're removing anything, because I mean, there's already 5 teleports on there. If you unlocked the Burger Route one. So, Games necklaces might see a small spike next month. So merchers, keep your eyes out.
Don't encourage them.
Watch, you're gonna make a bunch of merchers.
Why would
with a
merchers
bunch
be
of
watching our? Why would
Yes.
merchers be watching our podcast anyway?
Excellent
Watch.
point. It's a good thing that Amos
watch.
aiding the Lord.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anyways,
That would be so funny.
okay. So the next thing up is
Anyway.
Dungeoneering XP increases for everything that's not 5.5, and
I cried.
hell, it's about time. Good God.
I
Yeah.
read it and then cried. So happy. And I bet free players are cheering too, because now they get technically the proper amount of experience.
Oh,
for
are they removing that stupid
Oh, yeah.
retarded level thing for free to play?
They're not removing it, but they're still getting the double to triple XP, so
Okay,
they're still getting
well-
more XP.
I guess. Yeah, it's kind of, it's about time that they fix this. Solo dungeoneering, I mean, it was atrocious for XP comparatively.
What? As soon as Robo got 120 done.
Yeah, I haven't gotten much past when Robo got his 120. I think I was like 103 or
Yeah,
10. I
you
think I
can't
was
really
102
say
or
that.
103 when he got 120.
I'm still 80. I haven't even unlocked Yak Lagger yet.
Me neither. I'm 70 something.
I just clicked those pictures that you put in the chat.
Oh, that's good.
It's the picture of the old crappy Juna.
Well, no,
and then
the
a
picture of the
Rick
old
Ross.
crappy Juna next to the picture of whatever whatever. Yes, that,
Dragon
and
Ball
then
Z Dragon,
a picture
yeah.
of Rayquaza.
Rayquaza.
Oh, that's great.
Thank you.
Rayquaza. So now we
Yeah.
have Pokemon
Yeah,
in
the
Lumbridge
Dungeoneering
Swamp.
community.
Run for your lives,
Boy.
people.
Another one?
Anyways, I
Yeah.
can't hate on Pokemon. I can't.
But
I like the series too much. But anyways.
well, did you guys back to the Dungeoneering stuff? Did you guys notice that in the BTS they hinted that maybe the Dungeoneering XP is not the only thing they're changing?
Let's see. Do.
At the end of it, they actually said, next week we'll be talking about the Dungeoneering the Dungeoneering changes.
Oh, you're talking about the
including
BTS
XP
video.
increases.
Okay, I didn't see that.
Yeah. I'm
Well,
really
Walter
curious
says
if
that they
mentioned
confirmed the bind system
Fine,
change in
system
the
change.
EOC.
Woo!
So, what we
Oh,
have
sure.
done.
Maybe that could be it.
Yeah, but I'm wondering if that's gonna hit the live game, or if they're
That
gonna
seems to
just
come.
do it in
That
DLC
would
when it
seem
comes
to just
out.
come out of nowhere,
Well-
but maybe.
Yeah. I'm
That
just
would be
not
very overpowered
reason
if
by
they
that
did
was intentional like that,
Robo.
so I guess we'll see.
Watch. Fine.
Very
The-
curious.
Watch. This is what I'm gonna predict. The bind system change will involve destroying
Seems
everyone's
legit.
binds.
Yes, that's totally good.
All right, Robo. What were you saying?
Oh, well, yeah, I think if they did actually do the bind system change really before EOC came out, that'd be kind of overpowered. Because the system right now only supports the amount of binds needed, but in EOC I could see how they will want to add more.
That is true.
I guess EOC is coming out next month.
Next
so
month
we'll
is in
probably
December.
order it before it happens.
Anybody think that they're gonna manage to
I
pull off
can't see
POP
it.
next month?
Well,
Nope.
I think they will.
Nope. No faith.
I think they will because, well, not because, but Emily recently hinted at it. If there's like a random quote on the thread about saying that they're still working on content to release this year, and like, and one of the examples was player own ports.
And don't forget the way that they talked about. This is another live stream thing. Sorry, but they actually have discussed that POP will be tied.
Yeah,
to
they did mention that. They mentioned that in the future
Yeah,
updates
Bunch
one.
to say
Yeah.
about that, but I'm gonna wait.
Yep. So that should.
All
should
right.
Be very
So, anything else?
Oh, one more thing I forgot to mention about evolution of combat is with the make X thing that they put in there. They actually went ahead and added how to make most of the new armor and weapons. And it seems like warped bats in the Lumbridge Catacombs will be dropping the Batwing Guard stuff,
Uh,
which is really funny because if you make the shields, you can alch it for 38k profit.
What? But okay.
Yeah. So let's hope they pay attention to that. But yeah. So
Okay,
they've added how
well,
to
we
make
can
all
talk
this
about
stuff.
that a little bit more with the Make X part of the BTS here.
Yeah.
Okay, so anything else? Anybody else want to say anything about the Dungeoneering XP increases?
I'll definitely be
Yeah.
doing more dungeoneering. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Same.
Oh yeah.
I've been doing
Possibly
C2s.
for me, depending on time and real life issues.
Exactly.
I hope that
I've been
Oh.
doing C2s
with
for
the deck.
fishing, so that means I'll be getting 50 XP per C2. I
Go,
guess.
Robo.
It means that whenever now I'm rushing to get my prestige back up, I'll be actually getting a decent amount of experience rather than...
Yeah, we'll get like maybe 2k XP instead of like.
Exactly,
Okay, yeah.
over 1. Yeah.
Well,
Anyway,
isn't it like a 3x boost?
Something
for
like that.
Solo?
I think it's just double.
So I could potentially be getting 75 XP. Oh yeah.
Wow.
It says with solo group
all that
XP
XP.
being doubled as a
Yeah.
minimum. Okay.
Ooh, nice.
I thought that meant minimum to being 5 by 5 being the maximum. But I don't know.
I'm
sure.
not sure. Yeah, we will find out.
We'll
Robo,
find
you're
out.
gonna say something?
yeah, I hope that with the Dungeoneering update and how like explorers are a lot better off on XP. That it means that they'll make the Dungeoneering finale a lot more possible of an update because of the increased getting 20. As they said some time ago that, well, they said a lot of times that the popularity of an update will make choose it better and also the
Yeah.
you can actually do the content.
Yeah, that's definitely something to think about.
So,
And Gina has rage quit,
I
by
do
the
hope
way. So, we may or may not see her back later.
Speaking
You realize
of
that that
dungeoneering,
happened in like 15
I
minutes.
just
That
gotta
happened
daily
exactly.
task.
All right. So, after
Well,
Dungeoneering come,
move
or
on.
maybe after, is this chronological? Did they say that this was going to be how?
No, it's
Okay.
definitely not. since
Then
Chromatic hasn't
not Gravestone. Ariane quests. Next on the list is Ariane
Next on the
quests,
list.
which is the remade Rune Mysteries, and for free play, which is a free quest, and then they're adding Rune Memories, which is members only, and this involves an entire rework of the Wizard's Tower, which from the concept art looks amazing.
Moving Tutorial Island.
It
Um,
looks epic.
Yeah, Tutorial Island's going poof.
Rubik's
Sorry,
not here
Rubik.
right now. He
Yeah.
can rage about it in silence in wherever he is.
Oh.
No, Walter, it is definitely having been burned hundreds of years
It's just
ago.
been
That's part of
rebuilt.
the story. Yep, I mean, of course.
I got an idea.
Burn
Let's
all
just
of the
burn it
Wizard's
again.
Towers.
That would be so fun. Yay! But yeah, according to the BTS, it is discussing how the burning happened. So it's almost certain that the ZMI are
There is
involved here, which I'm very happy about because Robo and I have been questioning if the ZMI have
The
had
ZMI
actual
have
Runecraft
basically
content.
no lore attached to them
Yeah.
whatsoever, considering that they should have some major role in the role of magic. They have nothing connected.
Yeah.
And at
They've
this
just
point
been
it's
largely
dead
ignored
content
because they're
too,
so
so
secret. Wait, I'm sorry. Zoological magical.
they're like
Oh, and
they have a lot.
those who don't know, the developer, as mentioned, is Mod John A. Mod John A is the one that did.
he
One
also
Piercing
did
Note.
what he did
These
one
are gonna
piercing
be
note. He
incredible.
did he did the love story quest. He also did, what was the other one recently?
No, that was Mod
Oh,
Ash.
Oh, that's
Mod
right.
Ash was Love Story.
Yeah, Love Story with Monash
Mod John A did the.
Oh
whole,
yeah, that's right.
Flash
Okay, I got it
Con
mixed up.
series.
Okay, never mind.
and
Then
most of the dwarves.
I was thinking that Mod Ash did one of the more recent quests as well.
That
Carnelian
was
Rising.
Carly.
Yeah, Carnelian Rising.
Mod Ash is brilliant too, but John A is probably one of their best
Yeah.
quest developers, especially at the lower level tier. He knows how to make a very, very exciting and strong story, even with
Mhm.
like, smaller, lower level quests.
Yeah,
Which
definitely.
makes me very excited.
All right,
to
so
read.
these should be should be great. The Wizard's Tower looks amazing.
Another thing is, I wonder if they're gonna put another song in this, because in the BTS it says, really made the environment sing with joy.
Well, maybe.
Well, the song's always nice.
Yeah, a new song would be nice. And again, additional hidden rewards for higher level players, so
Oh, yeah, I wonder what
maybe
that
there'll be
is.
some like hidden stuff at the top of the tower. I hope Runespan gets a touch up, so, you know, the tower looks great.
Yeah.
Same with Great Orb Project. So that look proper.
Burn
you
it.
guys know my plans for Runespan.
Oh, those are my plans.
No,
Sorry.
make the
Oh,
floor
yeah,
a
you
PvP
mentioned
area.
that.
Hate that. Suck.
It'd be
I want-
amazing.
Use our own essence. That's what I
Yeah.
want.
Okay. Then yeah, I guess that'll.
They did mention they would be.
Oh, yeah, they
reworking
were gonna
the
touch that
Runecrafting
up.
Guild.
That does need
Yes,
some
that's right.
serious
That was
help.
confirmed.
They are gone. Yeah. Just because it doesn't look like the tower in Runespan, and it just doesn't look very good. Hopefully,
Maybe we'll
when
be
they
able to see out into Runespan.
hopefully when we're in it, we'll be able to see out into the older version of Runespan. Because remember, this is the first tower where it burned. The current Runespan will have to be
Uh-huh.
around the new tower now, technically. We'll
Yeah,
see.
that's true.
I'm really, really curious about the story of this, because it says, expelled for using forbidden knowledge. But we can
Yeah.
find Arya wandering around.
She's not
the
wandering.
tower.
She's not in the tower though. She's wandering
no.
around it.
She's arguing.
That's true. Not inside of it.
Like,
so.
For
I wonder
example,
what-
you can find her all around the place, and she talks about how if you meet her at the ancient magics altar in the desert,
Oh, yeah.
she talks about all the ancient magics and how it's all forbidden, but she wants
so I
to
wonder-
explore all that.
That's why she. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm actually really, really glad they're discussing. They did do these quests though, because I remember when they first released the Wandering Signature Heroes, I totally called that the quest was going to be about the conspiracy behind runecrafting being rediscovered.
Yeah.
Because this
That's
seems like
real.
it's exactly what it's going to be about. Because she does mention that thing like, was it rediscovered on purpose or was it prompted? Someone
Yeah.
was messing with it.
Ooh.
Should
So
be
I'm
good.
very
Should be
excited
good.
for these two quests.
All right, next, I guess, unless somebody else has something to say. Next up is gravestone improvements. I'm not sure a whole lot. Oh yeah, they're adding a take all and re-equip all buttons. So those are nice. There's not much to say about this one. It's inspired by player feedback. So, I mean, clearly it's. Yeah, and death was, and since the last gravestone update, death hasn't been an issue. It's just been an inconvenience, really. Especially if you go and die at Queen Black Dragon or something, where you just have to, where you're just like, "Gah, now I have to go back and pick up my crap." But you,
Serum, Bloodstone, and done.
Unless you're lime and then
yeah,
you get
except
lost.
for that.
Exactly. Not like there's
Yeah,
a point
but,
you can go or anything. The best part about that little news blurb, though, is totally the last line.
Yeah, I saw that. I
All
laughed
button
out loud when I saw that.
What a
That was
shame.
that was great.
Yeah.
They should just put the recall button there on Halloween.
Okay.
Like next Halloween.
I'm
That
gonna
would be funny.
skip Make X for just a second, finish up the rest of the stuff because I feel like there's more to talk about with Make X.
And then
Yeah.
I've had a lot of experience with the new Make
Okay.
X thing. I spent
Okay,
20
so
minutes just messing around.
Combat Academy we already touched on. Beta access for all. They're adding free to play to the beta, I think. They're adding all members and all free to play. So
Anybody can access it, but only the people that had previous access
Yeah.
to the forum.
so they're just
able to
trying to
access
get
that
more
forums.
feedback from people
Thankful.
on bugs. So hopefully
Yep.
that will
The
be
final
released
version.
in December, as we kind of hope. Then there's the one cabbage thing we'll talk about, which is what exactly do they call it? The Dragon Keepsake box, which is where
Cabbage?
I feel like we need to talk about. I feel like we need to talk about the Squeal of Fortune thing too.
what
No,
is
I
Oh, the
beg to
first-
differ.
huh?
We need to raid.
Oh, the
The
replay
Squirrel
tokens
Fortune
for
update this
for
month, we need to
D&Ds.
reset it. But
Yeah. Whatever.
Or-
I'm done
So
raging about that stuff. Like it's they'll do what they want to do. Whatever. People
Shit
are
got
gonna.
old.
I mean, you do still have to exert effort on it.
Yeah.
But it
Well,
just annoys me. That
whatever.
is not something that needed to happen. You can already replay Troll Invasion as much as you want. There's no reason to give more.
Again,
XP.
whatever. I mean that it's not worth. It's
Yeah.
not worth the effort.
Dragon State Box. On a
I
on a
love
good
it.
Discussion. State Box. That's awesome. That's a. I mean, and sure, everybody raged over it when it first came out, but I'm proud to say I was one of the voices of reason who got it right.
Well, they reached over because they thought it would like be free party hats and stuff. They just
Why
didn't
am I-
know what it was.
Yeah.
Oh, lime.
So yeah, it'll be a nice update.
Yeah, it means I can wear my hobo outfit, or at least my
Exactly.
hat.
I mean, if you have to buy them separately for each item, I'm still doing it because then I can wear my quest cape.
I mean, at this point, I've already got the outfit that I use around, so I'm probably not gonna use the Dragon Keepsake box much, but or if at all. But I really, really, really like how they're implementing stuff in RuneScape that already exists on a lot of other games with regards to cosmetic. Like, you can look how you want to look. You don't have to look like everybody else to be efficient or whatever you want to call
I'm
it.
very happy.
It's one thing that has been lacking in RuneScape for the last, well, ever since I started playing. And I'm glad to see it now, even
Yeah.
if it I mean, who knows how much it's going to cost, and yeah, probably something like that. And I mean, it'll definitely be worth it for some people, and for other people they'll pass it up. And that's the thing that I like about this Solomon stuff, is that it's not in your
That's
face.
fine.
It is what it is, and yep.
It's not required. It's
All right.
cosmetic stuff, and the magnificent switches are fine as well. If you guys had to choose items to put in the keepsake box, what would you be?
Of course.
My tricorn.
I don't actually have anything. Possibly my summoning cape. Possibly.
So,
Yeah,
sorry,
I'm
I mean my tricorns. I've got like 5 of them.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna put my quest cape and my
Oh, the Saxon ringlet's good too.
Saxon ringlets in there.
Yeah.
I love those.
Not sure what I'd put in there. There's nothing super great that I'd bring that's...
I
Yeah.
would wear my
I'd-
quest cape more often, but sadly it doesn't come in black.
Yeah, I'm happy about the quest cape because that means I can finally wear it while getting my stats.
Yeah,
up.
Wasn't there
they
mention of trimming
talked
the
about
quest cape
that.
at some point?
They actually said something about like some epic
Yeah,
quest
that was in the last
potentially, but it probably
live
won't
stream, I
happen.
think.
That was almost bad. Yeah.
Maybe that's next
just-
year with all
could
the
be.
God War, with all the God Wars happening.
Watch.
And
You'll
slap!
have to win it.
Anyways, before we get off topic more about
Yeah,
that,
okay.
coming
on.
back to the Make X. So, go.
Yes.
No, we never really talked
Wait, we're
about
still
it. I mean,
talking
we
about
mentioned,
that?
we touched on it, but we
Okay.
never actually really talked about the Make
Yeah,
X. So,
Okay,
Do we
so
need to talk
basically,
about it?
I'm asking.
Basically-
You mentioned that
we lost Robo.
they tell you how to make it. What
Yeah.
do they talk about the unmakeable things like dragon? Does it mention anything about that?
no, it doesn't.
No. Okay.
Basically, what it does is when you select an item to make it, an interface pops up. On that interface, you can now select the different things you want to make, and then once you make it, it tells you exactly how many seconds it'll be until that load is done. It also
Okay.
tells you all the XP that you will have gained throughout it before you even do
That's...
it.
Whew.
Cool.
So, if you're gonna fish a full inventory of sharks, it'll tell you exactly how long.
Wait,
it will
how-
take for sharks and the
How would
expected
it tell
XP
you
will
how long
receive.
it would take to fish
And you-
sharks?
No, not
Oh,
fish.
cook-
cook a
game
full,
too.
because fishing is variable, and that's why I was like, wait, what? Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, fishing. Yeah, if I wanted to cook a full inventory of fish, it'll tell me the expected XP. It'll give me like a tally of how much XP I am receiving as it goes on, and it'll
That's
count down how long
nice.
it'll take.
That makes it
I love
easier to do other stuff. Huh.
that. Really. And then it tells you, it tells you the GE prices of the raw material and the final material, so you can calculate how much you've lost or gained.
Good deal. Good deal. Yeah, I
Really
saw
good.
that and I was like, I'm not sure what this is, but it looks like it's going to be good. It looks like it's going to have all the information that I like constantly go and have to hunt down
That I use the Runescape.
and put it in one place.
Yeah. Yep. That's actually exactly what I said in my BTS review. I basically said, this looks really good. I'm
And
not
it is in
sure,
the
I'll have to
combat
wait and
beta.
See, but it looks awesome. And now that I have seen, yep, it is in the combat beta. If you
Yeah,
want to check it out,
alright.
the beta's open to everybody. Go check it out.
As
It's
should
very
be
polished, it's
expected.
very well done.
All right. Well, since we ripped through all of that stuff, BTS looks good. Unless there's anything anybody else wants to say. I know we lost Robo. Orange is AFK right now, and Gina rage quit. Yeah, we do.
Don't worry, we've still got another
There's
citrus.
too much acid in here. But anybody want to say anything else about October or November?
No, I'm good.
Future looks
All right.
great. I've scried it. I know.
Good way to put it. Yeah.
Hello.
Some
Bring it
random
back.
noob just showed up.
Nope, welcome
Okay.
back.
No, why can't we have
Now-
Robo back?
Now we get to
Alright,
spam
guys
about the
ready
live
for
stream.
You guys ready to talk about the live stream? This I'm
So,
excited
Yeah.
About
for the past
October and
half hour,
November,
you
yes.
November BTS.
No, you. And you're late, by the
You
way.
guys are slow.
Alright, this lot.
No. We're thorough.
Nope, she rage quit.
Alright, so is
Perfect.
Gina back yet, or is Gina
Robo,
not?
we lost Robo. Robo may have done his
Alright.
random
Robo
DC.
went down to an orange.
Yeah, I know, right?
Give him about 20 minutes to get his computer started again.
All right.
I'll be right back to get something, and then I'll come back and join.
Oh,
Yeah.
about
Okay.
Juna with the Tears of Gothics. I'm really happy about that. I know it was talked about before, but the
Oh, it's
reason I didn't
terrible.
go because it was the XP was so minor. It was like only slightly more than Jack of Trades, which I can get every day.
5k XP in Hunter. Woo.
Exactly. Well, it's not even worth my time to go there.
Exactly.
So
Because you have to get there, then you have to go in and do all of that. And by the time you did that, you
Yeah.
probably would have gotten all of that XP already hunting Jinkos.
yeah, and while I do like the new design for Juna, I must say it's not very original.
Yeah,
We have for Pokemon Rayquaza, Dragon Ball Z. The dragon is pretty much that.
It's
all
a-
your tails
yeah. I mean,
well,
everywhere.
it's a
not much you
green.
can do.
Beyond that,
Yeah,
it's a
I mean,
green
it's a snake.
snake.
At least
There's
it's
not
not
much you
made
can
of
do
metal.
when you have those limitations.
Yeah.
What are you gonna
I
do?
mean,
Give
like,
it feathers
okay,
or
let's
something?
drape
I
the
mean, like,
green
what else
snake
can
over
you
the
do with a
entrance.
snake?
Yeah. I mean, they could have done that, but then everybody would be like, OMG, they're making
Yeah.
a reference to the end of the world in 2012.
Oh my god.
God.
Well, I
Well,
suppose that
she's
they
holding
could have
up the cave.
done. They could have gone the Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets route, but
It's a basilisk.
Okay, Walter brings up an
Yeah.
interesting point in the chat. He says his main thought for last month is, did they have us supply the monkeys in the dork after quest stuff to tease Monkey Madness or to hint towards a sequel? I guess this is a good lead into the lore discussion because this is a future updates kind of thing.
Well, I don't think it's actually a tease or anything, because remember, once they changed, the monkeys for with the Dragon Scimitar, we all thought that Monkey Madness 2 would be like in a couple of months, and
Yeah.
never happened just with the
it'll be
monkey.
coming soon. Trademark.
Yeah, exactly. It doesn't seem. I mean, even in the Gielinor games, they had the monkeys, and when I talked to them,
maybe.
they just didn't say anything.
All right, well, that should lead us into the lore spam. So we're gonna get started here with
Yes,
the.
let's
We're gonna
Alright.
kind of, huh?
Character.
Yes, this will definitely be.
The character
We'll
is doing
start with
something
the
to God.
gods.
Ah.
The biggest.
before January
January.
4th,
Reldo.
And then we'll find out.
ROTM 2.
Oh man, can't wait.
Yeah.
No,
What?
It has to come out on Saturday the 12th.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
Why
That's
not?
my birthday, damn it.
No, January 4th. January 4th. You can't. No, it's January 4th.
For
If it's
for
not
anybody who
Thursday,
has no idea what we're
Saturday.
talking about at
It's-
this point,
It's Friday. though. January 4th
first
is
of all,
Friday.
watch the lore stream. It's
2000
but Rubik can talk
2010.
to you more about what that means. There's some ritual, the Majorat,
Yeah.
expectation that it was going to be on the
Yeah.
January 4th,
Crap.
2010 because of
Actually, last
some
week.
aligning of the planets or something like that.
Yeah.
But so
aligning
now we're
planets.
talking January.
Like,
Hold on.
basically.
So now we're talking January 4th because
Alright.
Modmark confirmed in the live stream that in January they were going to do some kind of reveal as to who Karshai actually is. So
Yes.
of course the entire clan jumps to conclusions and January 4th comes back up because it just so happens that January 4th is in January. Anyways, go on, Rubik.
Wow, what a shock.
But here's like, basically, there's a post-back thing saying the planets align and stuff like that. In January 4th, which was like a Tuesday or something, or
Yeah,
Wednesday,
last
back
year, January
in
4th.
2011, yes, 2011, the planets, like 3 or 4 of the planets, Mars and whatnot, or whatever, they aligned with the sun, and the eclipse or something was like over England.
Over 9,000.
I see what you did there.
And something like that. I forgot what it was. It was an eclipse.
Syzygy.
It was- yeah.
It's a
It's an
syzygy.
event called a syzygy, which was the thing that happens during the ritual of the Majorat. That was,
Well,
planets align, the syzygy.
January 4th came.
So we assumed Rodham would come out January 4th.
Nothing happened. We had a good feeling nothing was gonna happen because it was so early in the month.
That was
And
pre.
it
was that
just-
pre-BTS?
And then it just caught on because
Were they-
at it.
Yeah.
No. I'm talking
yeah,
about
they
did
predicted
they
it
have
this
the monthly
November,
BTS thing?
actually, yeah.
Was
Yeah,
that
Robo-
back at that point? As I know that for a good portion of,
Let me
because I know
check.
that
so.
for a
I think
good
so.
portion
Let me
of,
check. I'll
the-
keep talking.
Pretty sure.
Yeah.
It came back in 2010 July. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I think they didn't release the January one for a while.
Oh,
or something
maybe.
Like that. No,
Okay,
the January
interesting.
one came on the 1st of January. Huh. I think we expected them to sneak it in or something.
Yeah, we had a feeling that it wasn't gonna happen, but it would have been cool if you were right. It just
Admittedly, we
That
did.
that
get
wasn't
King's War
2010. That
and
was
Next
2011.
That month, but
We're talking
Inbound.
2010, right?
2010.
Yeah.
11.
Yeah.
Oh,
2011,
then you
yeah,
got the
Yeah,
got the year
no, we're
wrong.
not talking
God
2010.
damn
we're
it,
talking
Rubik.
2011.
Rubik said 2010.
I did say 2011.
I meant 2011 when I said
Noob.
Yeah, I
Oh,
did.
Vic,
Anyway.
Yeah. Anyway.
I doubt they're going to do something Friday, which would be January 4th, 2013.
It would
I
be
doubt
awesome.
they're going to do anything, but if they do, that'd be awesome. They have no idea about
We're always right when it comes to predicting. events.
We
Like,
predicted it
actually,
right
we
3 years,
predicted that
4,
right.
5,
Okay.
10 years ago. We
We
predicted
were-
that.
Oh, the important thing. Yeah. The important thing, though, guys.
Oh, hold
do you
on.
think
Okay,
is 10?
before we discuss this, I want to give background to this. There's
Sure,
also
yeah.
Modmark also
Oh,
said
oh.
explicitly that there is a character that is currently in game that will quote unquote soon ascend to godhood. So clearly it's going to be Farmer Fred. So this discussion is over. But you guys are entitled to your own
No,
opinions.
it's gonna be Reldo, the God Scryer.
Easter Bunny. It's the Easter
Kitten says
Bunny.
cabbage. I say
It has to
Brassica
be
Prime.
Reldo. He'll be the God of Scryers.
In all seriousness,
Really?
I think it's gonna be
Okay, go
Azazel.
on.
What? Oh, that's how you
Because-
pronounce it.
He has spent so much time, having us collect things for him. He contacts Zeros, But then in the live stream,
They
they go,
didn't say that,
oh,
did they?
maybe we'll bring Zeros back, but we're not sure yet. I wonder if Azanadra's been spending this time using us to get to godhood, but not in such an obvious way like Lucian. Because keep in mind, the Majorat are able to manipulate minds. We know this.
That is true.
What if the time when we saw Azanadra talking to Zeros?
I think our
was
minds
really
have all
Azanadra
just been
sitting there playing with
completely
our minds?
blown.
Mm,
Hang on. I'm still holding on to one last shred. Well,
No, like,
What do you think?
there
Sound
is
decent?
a good chance that one of them would be.
Yeah. I mean,
Somebody
they
thought.
don't have access to the
thing
stone.
Is, how?
At least we don't think they do.
Azanadra don't even require. Keep in mind, the last time a god.
Oh, that's
ascended,
true.
He simply
No,
stole
but wait,
power.
hold on.
Stone and Jasp
Didn't-
was not involved.
well,
And-
wait. Hang on.
I agree.
Yeah, I know, right?
That was the
Where's
staff
Robo?
armor, but think about
Where's
it.
the Robo when you need him?
Azanadra a bunch of really powerful things, and he does likely have the ability to contact the other plane where other gods are.
Who says he can't?
be funneling
Who
that
says he
power
can't
into
do
himself?
something? And also, like along the, I didn't hear
Have you
them ever
noticed-
say that they might bring Zeros back. I'm pretty sure I heard them say that they would, but
They said they
I
would.
don't believe
about
them.
him.
oh, hi, Gina.
They
Hey,
said
I-
a
Welcome back, Gina.
I just heard
Actually,
Big Girl's back. I'm like, yay.
basically, and even in
Emma
Trevor's
Scott
post here, it
just
says it hasn't been
completely
decided
blew
if
our
Zeros
minds
is returning.
because he says that the likely candidate for ascending to godhood is Azzy. And he has very good logic.
And I have reason to. Good
But
evidence.
what about Slisk? Or whatever.
Because, yeah, like I said, we know that the Majoret can mess with minds. Who says Azanadra, after we give him a billion powerful artifacts, we help him funnel some power at the ritual of the Majoret? What do you think we did with those little, summoner things that we sat around? They did nothing during the ritual.
They
They're in
would
my
be.
bank.
We set them up, we had all that, whole creepy scene where we set up those funnel things.
Oh, they let
and
him
then they
hit
did
over
almost
9,000.
nothing for us during the ritual.
Well,
did they do anything? I can't recall.
All they
yeah.
did was Azanadra's power. But who?
Yeah.
I mean, notice how the ritual, not much really happened at this one. So who says that those funnel things? Who says they never
Not much.
actually powered up Azanadra at all? Instead,
Wait. Nothing really happened. There was a massive battle, including like 500
Yeah,
people.
I was about to say
Two
that.
Majra died. The stone was lost. We
Yeah.
broke the staff of Armadillo, and there was
It-
dragon chewing.
That
me.
is all
It's
that
no big
matters.
deal. It's no
Azanadra
big deal.
hit over 9,000.
well, let's put it this way.
It's no big
Compared
deal.
to
Except for the
previous
fact that
rituals
two of
that
them
we've heard about,
died.
this was very underwhelming.
And the
Now,
dragonkin
says
showed up in person.
Two of them died, yes. And,
And
we also
there were
left
like 5
the ritual
artifacts.
stone.
Thanks
The ritual stone
to
is not the real ritual stone.
thanks to the sagas, we know that Bilrock has them.
Bill Rack.
Thanks back to Moya.
Well, wait.
That's true.
It doesn't say that
Original,
it's not the real
yeah.
one. It's just say it's not the original one.
Yeah, it's not the original. Sorry. But consider this. Those things that we set up, all they did was maybe boost Azanadra's power. It may have not at
Yeah.
all, because who
But
says that
they
the monster
increased in
is that high
combat.
anyway? So, what we could have done there is we could have just absorbed a bunch of power from that ritual for him. We've given him multiple powerful artifacts. We've allowed him access to places he probably shouldn't be going. We've been assisting him this whole time. Who says he's not just gonna suddenly up and become a god? Because the Stone of
That is
Joss was
interesting.
used there,
Yeah.
and Azanadra had access to that power.
Year 169 is a really long year.
So,
Wait. That's gonna
Since it's-
change soon, maybe.
I mean, and since it is guaranteed we are getting a Grandmaster quest in January, and it will involve the Majora, and may or may not reveal who Karshai is, I think it's a very
And I
good
mean,
bet
that's
that
and
one
I
of the
think we
Majorat
can
is
already
going to
discount like
Alright,
Azanadra.
2/3 of the Majorat anyway. I mean, there's like Okay, we have Haziel. Yeah, right. He's dead in half of our storylines anyway. We have the
He's dead for
Zamorak
me.
ones.
Alright.
Their only
Yep.
powerful one was Lucian, who's dead.
We have an Akra. She's weak.
Hold on.
Man,
I mean,
What about
Slisky. We have
what
Slisky,
about
who
the
is
Elven Dark Lord? What if
And
he
before
comes
Prifdidinus
onto
in,
the scene
in
all of a
January.
sudden and ascends to power using takes
And it
massive
could
power,
also
ascends
he
to
did
godhood very
he did
temporarily
just
while we
say
dethrone him.
he did just say they will soon ascend to
Anyway.
godhood. That doesn't mean that
I
they
bet
will
it's
ascend to
on,
godhood
Robo.
and stay there. So
that is correct.
Yes.
However,
Alright, wait.
who is your
Here-
favorite
Here's what's
god?
gonna happen in January.
He did say an upcoming god. So that means they're going to stay a god at least long enough to be acknowledged as a god.
Alright, I want to put this out here. Alright, they said a huge quest coming out January.
Yep.
Correct. Alright. We also know that there's going to be a lot of stuff going on in the first 3 months.
Yep, and we
What-
know there's a
And we know that if you watch the live stream, you'll know that we're
Legasp.
into year 170.
that is correct.
Yes.
So, through the quest, it is possible for us to go through 170.
Unspeakable.
And here's the thing. Could RuneScape 3 be year 170?
Hang on,
Yes.
wait.
So because
Wait,
I don't think
RuneScape 3, is that
gonna
what you're
be
talking about?
January. I think I call that.
No,
more
I don't know.
April.
Wait,
Yeah.
Yes.
hang on. I'm seeing a slight issue with turning the year to 170. Wouldn't that just kind of break Defender of Varrock?
No, because
Okay.
I feel 170 will
If you
only-
remember in the
We'll do that.
previous live stream how Modmark said that the game would be
Or
different
they wanted
for
to make
every
that,
single
yeah.
person. Yes. Now, if you think about like farming and that, where everyone has their different farming, it would be like that for like Edgeville, how that's different for every person. That would apply over the whole game.
I think it'd
Some
just be
people
like
would
the
in,
new
like,
quests
year
would be in
170,
170.
other people
Like they
in
don't have to
169.
roll
You
back
have
the
to sort of
entire
advance.
game to being rolled 170.
Yeah.
I feel like
Yes.
I feel
Just
like
the
your
relevant
questing
parts
will
of the
progress
game for you are going to be in a
Yes.
different year.
I mean,
Uh-oh.
of course you're gonna see
Uh-oh.
the people that are still considered in 169. But
Mo.
but I okay, just to
Hi,
pretend like I'm
Mo.
not hearing that.
I'm a ho.
I feel like the important thing is that whoever ascends to godhood, the reason it advances to year 170 is there is just going to be a period of struggle, and that
Yeah.
god is going to kind of firmly implant themselves into the world during that changeover. So whoever it is, when they become a
Yeah,
god,
I think it is going to be
it's
one of
going to
those
progress
things where
into
you just
year
can't get
170.
around it. Like there's no way that the fundamental changes that are going to happen are going to be to the point of like to the point of no return. I've always wanted it to be like where I with in the Mauritania series where in the last couple or like after the last quest it's somehow restored to the way it was pre whatever, and that would involve massive development issue or stuff
Oh,
and massive pseudo instancing. Yeah,
Well, we think it would, but clearly they're
Yeah.
able to do it.
of course.
After they did Edgeville, it's
The,
pretty much
the
possible.
NPCs are there though.
Now, of course, that would mean you would just have to walk into an instance area. Yeah, you would have to walk into an instance.
It'd be a
instance
pseudo
area,
instanced
but
area.
we've also
It's
seen
not
that
like
they're able to do
it's
that
not like the
without,
really
roaming.
crappy way that they still haven't
Yeah.
fixed the underground path, which is that's laughable. They can probably need to figure something that no Rubik.
Well, see, speaking of underground pass, does anybody think that alongside Prediphinus and Morning's End
God,
Part
I
3,
hope
they're
so.
also going to at least touch on the earlier quests to make them work better?
Underground pass comes to
I would
mind.
love that because some of them are so ancient.
I
Here's the
hated
thing.
it so
Here's the thing,
much.
though.
Much as I love that quest, it's really clunky.
Alright, know I'm probably gonna get hate for this comment, but
You're getting
a
hated
lot,
for
lot,
every
lot of
comment.
people say graphics don't mean anything. I hate graphics. Then you compare the current graphics that we see on the normal that are being
Ew.
updated today to Underground Pass.
The
and
content
it's
did
like,
suck.
It's not the graphics I'm worried about with Underground Pass. I mean the content.
Yeah, I know. I understand what you're talking about.
I love how we're talking about the Underground Pass with no Gina input whatsoever.
And let's move on here because we just spent like
I do know exactly what you're going to say. It'll involve
You
something
know what I'm going
like
to say, so
that.
nothing new here.
Yes, I did just because I don't know how to
Yeah.
say that
Did
face.
you just type
yeah.
that?
However
It
you
is
pronounce that.
the unknown face.
I can't say it.
Okay, so yeah.
For
I
those who don't
Okay,
know,
so
I agree.
I hate,
Oh, let's
I hate to do
before
this, but
before we do
let's
that,
move on to the next bullet point because we just spent,
touch
like,
on the
6
fact
minutes
that
on one.
that
Okay.
Mark, although they didn't say this well, they did say it explicitly, but they didn't say it like, oh, this is exactly what it is. But they now named Zeros as the god of control and is as kind of a puppet master.
Yes.
Yes.
I was very pleased to hear them finally say that.
they didn't say he was evil. They didn't say he isn't evil.
Yeah, they never said he's not.
it does.
They never said his alignment,
Yeah.
but we do know what he is now, and it makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
Surprised nobody thought of that beforehand. Actually.
Now, what comments were made about
Well, I think
Serrato
we-
Guthics
yeah.
and Zamorak that he said
Yeah,
you
it was-
might not be able to apply that to him? Did he say chaos, balance, and order?
Well,
Correct.
Saradomin, he basically went off saying, "Oh,
Might
hey,
not
he
dark and
might not be
mysterious.
might not be what his followers say he is. He could
Now,
be."
I have
nice
two.
is, I've been talking about Saradomin not being what people think he is for years.
I have no
Same.
trust
I've
in
never
any
looked at it.
I am
Saradominists
so suspicious
at all.
of the Temple Knights,
I have a special loathing for both Saradomin
Uh-huh.
and Zeros.
especially after Ham. After Ham, I really lost all my
Like-
trust. Anybody Saradomin.
I like Saradomin, but then I actually
He's a
learned more about
manipulative
him too, and it's
bitch.
just like, well, what is he? Or like, what
Yeah.
is it? You're told by all these people
Oh,
in game that he's
Kitty
this and that and this
Phantom's
and that, but it's like,
insane.
wait, where does it actually say that
Don't
he?
have an idea of what he is, because
But
everybody.
it was really the
Yeah.
one piercing
He's
note
crazy, though.
that
Yeah.
that was like, all right, that's it.
okay.
That's I'm done with this charade. Like,
Yeah.
yeah,
Somebody's
that
something
the
is wrong
lore
with
that was
Saradomin,
written
and
for one piercing
people are
note
trying to cover
is
it up.
brilliant in that regard. So good.
Yep.
Yes, clearly. Hold on.
Yes. I mean, yeah,
Yeah.
a one piercing note.
Yes,
And the
I think.
was it Legacy of Seergaze? Was it? Those two. Those two.
Legacy
things
of
are really the
Seergaze
things
was
that
when
move
you
any
have
trust
the
in Saradomin.
edicts of when you have that meeting with
Except for
the
Saradomin.
Saradominists, Zamarakians, and about the edicts. Yes, that is
Yeah.
Then that's what it is.
Zero-
Walter
and
says Saradomin is Zeros in disguise. Clearly,
Now, watch.
I'm just gonna throw that out there.
Watch Saradomin actually.
What?
Yeah. Watch
God,
Saradomin
no.
not be a real god.
Of
Watch it
the
receive
original,
Amarak skies or something. That would be really weird.
it used to be Zeros, Saradomin out there. But, well, not really those two, but there's others. But yeah,
Yeah.
it's quiet.
Okay, so next one. This is I'm just gonna kind of combine all the Stone and Joss stuff real quick. Okay, first off, as we knew, Stone and Joss was used by the Elder Gods to create the world. It may have not actually been made by Joss, but there's more. There's more Elder God things, and furthermore, the Dael ore is remnants from the Stone of Joss.
Hang on. Wait, I've got
Go
a bunch to say
on.
about the Dale ore.
I figured you did, which is why I said it last.
and Robo DC'd sometime in the last half hour. Nope.
Yeah.
Other to be talking.
At
so
least.
hard.
He hasn't made it back.
Nope.
His computer takes 2 hours to start.
Well, his Skype usually works. Besides that,
Yeah,
anyway.
that's true.
go on.
All right, go ahead, Limey.
Well, it's not really about how the origins of Dale. It's just what they're doing with it. My findings indicate, and I love using that phrase. Yeah, yeah. You back off. Well, there's apparently this super secret underground city-sized Dale refinery. That's
Yep.
Wow.
Lime, interestingly, before I started using this account, I posted a thread on the forums under my old account talking about that secret refinery because I happened to stumble across
Basically, he's being a
the
hipster
information.
and saying that
This
he
was
did it
about 4 or
first.
5 years ago.
Oh. I meant
Yes. I did do it first, but it was not on
Maybe.
not on the Amasket account.
I have
Ruby
permission to
commercially
immediately
off topic,
interrupt
but
you and
something
tell you that
relevant.
you're late
Go ahead.
or that you're wrong.
Alright. Talked about it previously at some other point, but
You're
in
late.
the Tower of Life, in the basement, there's a Zamorak symbol shadow
Yes,
on the
and
floor.
tables. Out of the tables, yeah.
And just like what, like how, like it is there. We know nothing about it.
Exactly.
It wasn't mentioned. It wasn't mentioned in the quest.
Wait,
Well, I
what?
still want to know what that dance room is for too.
Same. I
don't-
love that room.
Yeah.
It-
The light up floor and the.
We already
basement
talked
top.
about this before.
That is really off topic.
Yeah.
Samus.
That's
Anything
why
else
I
to
just
say about the
said
day all day?
Is that like Marmaros? Except is it's Marmaros' brother, which means that by definition we
Marmaros
now
is
have
like
Marmaros
a Pokemon name.
related to Zamorak and Zeros, which means that Thok is clearly a Majorat.
Yeah.
You heard it here first, guys. I think that's And-
She is.
and podcast over.
Yeah.
We're on to something.
Thok is
You know,
totally correct.
actually, guys, I think we can't
It's
say
true.
that Thok is going to ascend to godhood because he's already a
You
RuneScape
can't
deity.
pray
Okay?
against
When you can
Thok.
through your prayer against Thok, he's a god.
So you have
No, see,
protect from
protect from
elitists,
melee.
protect from
That's-
Thok.
He's granting it.
What happens if you have an elitist Thok?
Oh god.
oh god.
Okay, well, aren't they just the same thing? You just said Thok.
But okay. Fine.
Kid with talk in the life.
What?
Move on.
Hawk was born in a log cabin he built with his bare hands.
Got the first of RuneScape, okay? Alright. Okay, let's move on here. Quest next year will explore Guth's
Yes,
Guth's
please,
power
give
and
me.
what it's like to be a young
Gimme,
god.
gimme,
Hey,
gimme, gimme,
maybe
gimme.
Meeting History sequel?
Yeah.
I want more meeting history.
Maybe second age. I want to see that.
That would be nice. Oh, before I forget, updating thread.
We need more meeting history.
I forgot to add that into my thread, so yeah, updating. But it's
And we
the
lost
way it
Gina.
sounds is it feels very much like it's going to be a
Like, and especially
history
because
sequel, because
Guthix's
how the hell else
past
are we gonna
has
learn
already been
about Guthix's
discussed
past
in
like that?
meeting history and making history. Like that's like Guthix's quest series. So it would make sense
Yeah.
to have another one. That would be
It's
awesome. I would love
to
it
tie it in.
so much.
Yeah.
Oh, so I want that so much. It does.
Yeah,
It
very
very
much
much does.
Back on topic.
I wonder
Alright,
what it
so
is,
we
but
have
it
that.
sounds like a making
That was the
history.
edicts. Armadillo will.
Did we ever?
Yeah,
don't
that is-
actually exist, but it's what Guthix said. Each god has different interpretation. That is kind of true. It is saying
Yeah.
like it's like
Seriously,
as-
what do you
Farmer
think
Fred.
the next RuneScape god will be, or
Raldo.
we already went over. it.
Like I said, I do.
or the
stop
current
not-
Major?
Are you talking about Karshai?
And why do you think he's not a Major? He doesn't know that he is.
So,
Yes,
Unlocked.
yes.
That's
Like,
not
why
yet.
does he not realize that he is a Major
Because
anymore?
he's fuck.
It's
well,
Kenneth.
if it's Koshche, that makes sense because he doesn't have his memory.
I've been spamming it for the last 2 hours.
Jules, how did I forget Kenneth?
I have a feeling that we're gonna find out.
Like, I have
yeah.
a feeling.
And I feel like it's gonna. I feel like it's not gonna
like,
be Koshai,
oh, that makes sense.
and everybody,
Yeah,
and it's
true.
still gonna be like, oh, well, duh.
Yeah, I don't want.
They better release teasers like they did with Strange Power.
God damn it, Rubik.
Watch, they're not now. Thanks a lot, Rubik.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, if you know this, but
Why?
Guthix has a horrible computer. Thank you, Walter, for pointing out the fact that Robo is in fact Guthix. It makes sense. I haven't read the recent ones,
We
but
all know that. Haven't you read?
it's
haven't you
pretty
read
clear
MVP?
though. I mean,
Oh yeah.
Obviously he's Guthix.
Well,
and
yeah, we're about an hour or so in this thing we are slowing
Okay,
down.
let's just hurry this up here. Armadillo's coming soon. We already discussed Xeros. We already discussed Ceradomin. We don't really need to discuss the player decision stuff.
yeah,
Zamorak may be seen in places throughout the game. That confuses me. And
Dungeoneering. They just say it's
Pointing
a
out-
non-quest.
They
area,
mean-
and Dungeoneering's not a quest, so therefore.
No, what it's supposed to mean is that Zamrock is in a place where he can get
So he
into
can-
the
so he
realm
can
when
make-
he
so
wants
he can
to
make hit and
quickly,
runs
but he's in a place
on
where he
this
can't be
plane,
found, so he can be
basically.
safe.
yeah,
or-
I mean, yes.
yeah.
I mean, and we
Pretty
already
much.
can because of the line of Zamorak. Because remember, he
God
screws with
damn
you.
it!
Does that mean that the Dark Lord in the Elf quest is definitely not Zamorak because
It's Zamorak.
they confirmed
No,
he's
it's
not from the
Zamorak.
quest?
It is a freaking greater.
No. I understand that. I believe it's not Zamorak, but is this a confirmation that it's not him?
That's a good point. Yeah, that's a very good point. Yes, I believe that is confirmation enough. Because I feel like, I mean, because they make mention of Zamorak's plane in the Elf quests, I think it's going to be an Elder Demon, Demon Lord, that sort of thing. Or I still like the theory of it's like the opposite of the Enema Mundi.
Anti-Serene.
Good. Yeah. Confirmation that Bilrak is not digging to Zamorak. I mean, we already knew that pretty much, but yeah. Okay, Temple Knights will be involved in a future story. We better get Acolyte armor from that.
Even though we already know all of
We
this,
better
So-
discover that they're completely
and
corrupt
before
and
they're actually
evil
fighting
people.
something that's
Yeah.
corrupt and they're actually completely actually good.
And because it's as
What?
And before Zamrock is good, and before Ceradomin is evil,
that would
and the
actually be-
followers,
But,
got it all screwed up.
One last thing about these Temple Knights is it does say that they will be involved with something with Guthix. So I think this Guthix past quest may have the Temple Knight somewhere.
Let's see, we have Tears of Guthix, Fists of Guthix,
They've got meeting
the
and
Void
making
Quest,
history, but those
That
aren't
was one of
quite
the-
the same.
Kings of
Uh,
Guthix. Where's the other one at again?
Oh, critters.
No, not like not quests. I'm talking about the creatures. There's Juna. There's that
There's-
one creature in Fists of
Fiora,
Guthix.
Lot, and
There's Fiona.
Fiora. Yeah, Fiora.
Oh yeah.
all the
Juna, Fiora, Balance
Balance
Elemental,
Elemental.
and
Balance
I
Elemental.
wait. So what are we listing?
I still think one of the somebody in Daemonheim is
The
a guardian.
Valuda.
Oh, aren't the
The
druids?
smuggler.
He's the Gothic.
No, we're supposed to.
The
list-
Guardians of Gothics, yeah. Or
Valuda.
The smuggler is Guthix.
oh yeah, you're right. Beluda, the big
What's
tortoise
up?
guy, girl.
Okay.
How did I say that? Sorry.
Okay.
Don't forget the Balance Elemental.
Yep. Yeah, I did.
But if
mention
there's
it. And
but
I
if there's
just- I do
somebody in
think somebody
Daemonheim that's
Daemonheim is
that,
part
then
of
there
it.
wouldn't there be? Because we already
Okay,
know that there's
so
some
Dragon.
so
there's
the
a-
Zamorak in it. So where's the Ceradomin influence to balance that out?
I don't think there is one.
It doesn't have
I
to be.
I
guess.
think because keep in mind there was no Ceradomin influence in the Void quests either. Technically,
The
Because
Fremenniks are more.
Gothics are there to preserve Gothics. So whatever Bilrak is digging towards may break the balance. Thus, a Guardian of Gothics is dispatched.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. The Fremenniks are more towards Gothics.
That is
basically.
true.
That's basically stated in the live stream also.
Yeah. Watch
And-
the Frems all be Guardians of Gothics. Yeah, didn't you know that
Yeah,
Fox
pretty
is
much.
a god? Oh, look what I did there. Demigod. Fox a demigod. Okay, let's do Dragonkin now, because this is taking a long time. There was a ton of stuff about Dragonkin. Dozen or so Dragonkin in or near. Kudo's Island is also called Fossil Island. Isn't under development, and one of the Dragonkin is there. So that means that actually that could be
Maybe.
Kerpak, and there could be a surviving Dragon Rider.
Maybe.
I also feel like
Yeah,
Fossil
that's
Island
just-
will be adamant dragons.
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing. It won't be coming anytime soon.
Yeah, I said it's now, but it's a massive project in the future. And a
Yeah.
couple years ago, they did say that it was about the size of Karamja.
So yeah, it's pretty
No.
big.
And before
Is that the
one
Eastern
little
Lands?
leaked picture from like last year that we all wondered, what is that?
It was the one.
Cassie,
There was the
wasn't
one of in
Yeah,
there
that's
in the
the
office
exact-
of the
exact
map on the
same
wall,
pic-
wasn't
that
it?
leaked
What?
picture.
It,
if
it
it's
wasn't.
from it. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
It looked like it was off the coast of
Still not
Narda.
certain. I have that saved on my computer, and I'm still not certain.
Link it so I can click.
Let me find it and open it up real quick. I want to take another look at it.
I'll pull it up real quick.
Put it on Imgur.
Definitely looks like it's off the coast of Narda.
I just have it saved on my laptop. Otherwise, I would link it. But like,
Whoa.
that's true. I can upload it very quickly. But after they did say that it was, after they revealed all the empty map space, it doesn't feel like it really makes sense anymore. Because, you know,
What do you mean the extra
there's
swamp?
just
Where
the
was?
spot where we thought there was going to be an extra swamp.
Yeah. Why must you be so slow?
That map, it looks like there was a giant extension to the below swamp.
Of course,
on
they
the
can
right
still
side
change
next to
that though.
Narda.
That's a thing.
And then once they pulled off all the unknown, it was just not. They can still change that, but it just doesn't make sense.
Yeah, I
to
know you
have
can't
on the
see it
map
very
a
well,
year
but-
ago.
You can't see it
When they
that well.
reveal it, it's just not there.
Can't see it that
you know-
well.
Yeah, it's hard to tell whether that's an actual
Yeah,
map.
looking at it.
It's on the wiki, and yeah, it is clearly to throw us off.
Next,
There-
I'm just,
There's a better picture somewhere. I don't know where it's at though.
next,
Yep.
the Dragonkin. This is stuff that we kind of were theorizing and we're pretty sure we knew. But it's good to get confirmation that the Dragonkin were created by Joss for the Stone of Joss. They defend it and make sure it isn't used for purposes Joss didn't want it to be used for. They're nothing without the stone. They gain power through the use of the stone, but it hurts them. And they're bound by the stone and they hate it and love it. And the whole reason they're creating dragons and stuff is looking for a way to reproduce. Metallic dragons first appeared
Yeah, I
in the
saw that
Gloomhaven
too.
dungeon, which explains the ruins.
It's
And this
horrible.
one I really was excited about. They're changing the agility arena. First off, thank God, because it's really bad now. And it's Dragonkin theme.
I think
I'm
that's a bit
very, very
early.
excited about that.
I like
Anybody,
agility.
anybody think December for that?
I'm thinking
Well, I
February.
mean-
Well, he did think it was
Hey,
already
hey,
in
hey,
game.
But they did
not-
Brimhaven
they haven't
Dungeon.
graphical rework to Karamja, so I honestly doubt they will.
Might be
Brimhaven
next
Dungeon.
month.
Cough, cough. This month.
Sure,
Yeah,
sure they
yeah,
did do
Mark.
Brimhaven Dungeon.
Did Brimhaven Dungeon, and they also, yeah, not only have they done Brimhaven Dungeon,
Wait,
but
You're,
They
you're
did-
right.
they did
They-
that volcano area once they
You might be
updated.
right. You might be right. In the live stream, they actually were wondering, did they release it yet?
Yeah,
That is-
it's true.
So it
I think it'll be
is.
next.
It could be.
I mean, much of that surrounding area is updated after they did Tazar earlier this year, so it would not surprise me if they just finish up that.
That he doesn't realize that he doesn't
Come on, Mark.
release, that he
Releasing
hasn't
info of
released.
Stuff that he doesn't realize he released.
I know, I love.
That
Okay,
was hilarious.
Yeah, that cracks me up. I love it when they leak
Oh.
stuff. We already
Yeah.
discussed all this Majorat stuff, except for the either Bilrak or Moya died. You can explore it later. I like the introduction
Yeah.
of Moya in that it leaves Bilrak's death now up in the air again after we thought it was finally confirmed that he was dead. I like history again. And the fact that it confirms that a half Majorat
Wait, why do we have
think they still
the
bring off that same level of influence. And
the
that she's
confirmation
looking
that a
up.
half
That is-
Majorat can yeah.
let off that power because
Because she
either-
completely destroyed the bottom layers of, well, she completely destroyed the Daemonheim armies.
Yeah, they said either Bilrak or Moya died, which means that if it's Moya that died, half Majorat can let off that same amount of power, which means she's primarily Majorat.
No, but we have
Or it could be
seen the
different
full
type of
power
power, which is the
because we've seen
power of
2 of
the
them
dead.
died in our
Full
influence
power.
or in our
Full power.
presence.
Jalen.
Are
But
you
that's
saying
being directly absorbed into
Something
nearby
like that.
Majorat and not being let off into the environment. Like,
Are you saying Jaina died?
No, I'm dead. I'm right here.
It's clearly a win-win situation, right?
Well, it's either I'm dead or Robo's dead.
I'll take.
well, you're here, so Robot's gone. Also, I have a point to bring up about the Dragonkin. If they're not
Yep.
able to reproduce,
Yes.
then are they created from the stone because that's what
Yes,
gives them
they are.
power?
They did.
And if they're molded by the stone, and if Dela ore is made from Stone of Jazz,
It's
are
like
Dragonkin made
Where are we
from,
getting Dayalt
Do
from?
they are they of Daled ore? And
No,
can
no.
we reproduce with
the
the
Dayalt
Daled ore?
ore is kind of
Where you
similar
can
to the
tune
Bane
it
ore, I think.
And use it
In
against
fact, it wouldn't
whatever.
surprise me if Dayalt
Yeah.
ore is basically Bane ore. Because yeah. So
Then what are the
because
Firewatch
Bane
using
was
against?
created by the Stone of Joss being in the area.
Do we
and
know
so
that
is the
Dayalt
Dayalt
ore was created
So
by
I
the
feel
Stone
like
of
they're
Jas being in the area? Okay.
Let's see.
Yep,
Yes,
now we do.
Yeah.
they did say
So
that in the
we know
stream.
that they're. I thought we were told it's from the Stone of Jas. It is of it.
So,
Hang
so we
on,
do
this-
information.
This brings up 2 questions. One, is it possible to create more Dragonkin via the Stone
That's
of
what I was
John?
asking.
That's a
It's
good
because they don't
question.
want to use the stone.
That's what I was
They
saying.
they
Yeah,
hate the
haven't
stone,
Dragonkin. Oh, that's because they don't want to use it.
but it's
Well, since
yeah.
But it's
They-
their
they
only
love it.
salvation.
because it's the only way they have any power. Now, speaking of the Dayalt ore, there is Mauritania on here, and we learned that Vampirium is the homeworld of the vampires. That makes note. that
Okay,
we
so
found
what was
in
the
Bergerac crypt
note that we
makes
found?
so much
I
more
can't
sense
remember what it
and
was.
Almost confirm it was written by Draken. It was the
Oh
thing
yeah,
that
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Vampirium
It was
lost
from
to
it
me.
was
I do
it was
not
in
have the
Branches of
strength to
Darkmire,
return,
wasn't
but
it?
had all those weird blanks in it.
I can start my reek spamming right now, but I'm going to pass.
It was.
Wasn't it Venescula who wrote it?
Dayalt ore will be in part of the spin-off of my storyline.
Yeah.
And Draken may not be in Castle Draken.
And
but
it also
confirms that he's
and
alive
people
because they
and
say
a
he
lot of
probably is
people
Draken.
and by a lot of people I mean Mo was spamming
brings
about
up another
him being the
question.
one ascending to godhood. I don't like it either.
I don't like the idea.
Yeah, that's
Keep in
true.
mind, they did say that we can talk to the person that is becoming the god.
Okay, Lime, we get it. It's Reldo.
We've never seen Draken, which means it's not him. Also, more I seen in the more
Anyways,
storyline.
I seen.
Yeah, Stefan Maroda.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
Yes.
But,
We knew there's one and
more-
there was a
more I've
half.
Seen on in the Mauritania storyline. I mean, we already knew there was one, and that means
Mm-hmm.
yeah, 1.5, which means that technically FERT.
Well, isn't it
could be coming
confirmed
back
that
alongside Astertes.
Acertes is a human and
No, I still think
Aferete
Astertes
is
a human.
I seen because Saphilan is half.
No, they never.
No, it
They
isn't.
never Astertes because they only said that
Oh, that's true. Okay.
yeah, they only said that Saphilan's mother was FERT. They never said if Astertes was his father.
So,
What I'm not liking about the only thing I don't like about the podcast was how they said don't trust people on the street, what they say, because you can't really take it as lore, and
Yeah.
how they're using that because you know how they said, oh, we'll give it, we will partly do a quest and see how we go from there, and so it seems like they don't know where to go.
they're
and
weaseling out
if-
things.
And if they want to divert the course of the quest, then they can just discredit what people have said, because it's
Yeah.
not, it's hearsay.
What I want to say now is, what I feel like they're doing
And
with
what-
Mauritania.
what
is the
about,
same thing
like,
that they
what
did
about
with
it,
Nomad.
like-
I'll rage about that later. Okay.
Well, I mean, I'm not talking about
Should we have
that.
a segment
Like,
about the
I'm
I'm
idea?
talking about how
it's
how are they
solutions
doing the same
there.
thing with this as they did with Nomad?
Yeah. Sorry. They're not.
Oh,
But it just,
okay.
like,
Well,
in that
maybe.
it seems like they don't actually have the storyline planned out, and they just want to see the players' reactions to things. But because people in the Darkmire and all that stuff talk about they keep mentioning
maybe.
things
I
about
mean,
Master T's and
it
FBRD,
seemed like
so
Anna
it could
had
very well just be
a
hearsay, is what I think they're doing.
has a plan, so it doesn't. So I can't see them doing that. They may tweak it, they may
Yeah,
do
she
something
definitely has a
else, but
plan.
they can
I'm
always
certain
do that with any storyline ever. So I mean,
Yeah.
yeah.
But Nomads just annoys me. But that what I do like about that is it confirms
Good-
that the next
good-
one,
Goodbye, Vey.
Key quest is not the last one.
He
And
just
Surveillance is gone.
he had to leave.
What?
I don't think it'll be
What
on.
happened? Oh, we lost him.
Yeah, I gotta head off. I might be back. Don't know.
Sorry, I was very confused.
Just slipping into the darkness.
Like, whoa.
Bye.
When
Wait,
did they
what?
confirm that Surveillance is not a character? Because that was one of the
Bye.
questions I asked in the live stream. Sorry.
I don't think they
Survey
What
answered
did
it.
I do?
I asked if he was actually real in the live stream, and I didn't know if they'd answered it or not. They didn't. They just
Okay.
acknowledged that I asked
So we've
if
done
they was
Mauritania,
and answered my
signature
one topic on
heroes. We
diversity,
can just
which thankfully
say
is one I
these
was
3
very
points
curious
and move on. Raptor will have more content,
signature
but will
hero?
remain an enigma. The signature heroes are there to explore the early stories in the game. That makes sense. Owen will be the next one after Ariane. Anyways, Elf Quest within the
Yeah,
next Crystal City within the next 3
Which
years.
we already knew.
We already knew all of that, basically. Yeah, that's just more and more.
Yeah,
It's 2000.
because it's pretty much what you're expecting plus
Generally,
50%.
it means that it's going to be here in 5 years.
Yeah.
Okay, there's not much else to say about the elf stuff, though.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, the clan thing is very. The clan thing is very.
I don't
interesting
even
because
know what
something
that
in the
is.
middle of
I
the
don't-
Griff
I
will not be revealed. However, I feel like it's the tower.
Oh, okay. I had paid very little attention to the elves. They are probably my least favorite series that there is. So, I mean, yeah, it's like, yay, Priftidinus, but whatever.
Them.
Yeah.
It's probably the
I want
only
'em-
series I
Them is because most
I
of their
love
lore is found in hidden books.
I love it.
No way.
It's the only series I can't write a quest on because it's so serious and I can't keep a straight face.
There's a lot of missing stuff. There's a
I've-
lot of
I've
conjecture.
read a
There's a
question
lot
on it,
of
but just
missing
I don't feel
information
like
with
there's
the
enough
elves.
Information to do so. Yeah. That's actually not to anger a certain person if they listen to
I
this.
don't know.
Though I don't think they will.
I
That's
don't
why
know
I
who you're
really
talking
hated their
about, so
version
I'm
of
just gonna
Mornings
say,
and Part
okay.
3.
I hate you.
That's all I'm saying. Good. Okay. Anyway, Gnome was requested.
Actually,
for a long
Morning
time.
is Part 3 hasn't come out yet.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's
But,
with the
Gnome-
light.
We've requested quite a far away, but we're
Yippee.
gonna get our Pizandra in it. That's good.
I love
Eastern
Morning
Lands
Part
is the exciting one.
Alright. Cracking the knuckles.
I wasn't here for this
I
part.
actually was surprised they actually went into it. I didn't
Me
think
too.
they actually put any.
I'd be like, well, we're still discussing it. So
Alright,
we'll
so
get-
basically they went off saying player-owned ports will be involved with it somehow. I don't know how.
well, it
and-
will. Different campaigns to each 6 different isnds. Sea
Yeah.
Singers.
And then they stole my idea.
Yeah, they did actually. That's really weird.
They
'Cause
stole
you didn't
my...
post it anywhere.
For,
You never
but there's
published it on their forums.
Exactly. If you publish on the forums, they're gonna take it and put it in game. Like that's what they did with my story. They took every detail except for one night and put it in game.
in
That's where
before
the
you are.
Bending Tower, Signatures, Heroes.
So unless
All
they
that-
You
have
don't even
Skype
know
or
it.
I'm secretly involved with Jagex. Not. That would be hilarious. Yeah, hi guys, Mod Mark here. How are you? That would be creepy. Like Mod Mark steps out.
We
from
already
behind
knew
my
that
chair.
though.
Whoa.
Anyway,
Anyway, the Lassus and the Sirens were from Eastern Lands. That's interesting. So
In
it
before
turns
Eastern
out
Lands
that the
spam.
mermaids are not a lead up to the underwater city. In fact, they're a lead up to the Eastern Lands. Interesting. Yep.
I mean, after they stole my idea, I
Don't
can
know what
only
that
hope
is.
they put my idea for Sagamihara on it. It was one of the quests, and it was basically like this gigantic needle of a mountain, and I think it had some pretty cool mechanics, and I want to see it in game. Plus,
As long
there's
as they don't put in that thieving mechanic, I'll be okay. Because I still don't like your thieving mechanic. I'm sorry.
no, that was epic, but that didn't come in that series.
Yeah, I know. I was just saying, Eastern Lands wise. As interesting as it is, I just feel like it wouldn't work.
it reminds me of a new skill.
It would be funny, but
Anyway.
Let's go
We're
to
gonna
the
put it on.
mist
We're gonna put a
stuff.
timer on
I'm
you.
gonna shift Nomad's Master's Lucian down to the bottom so I can rant about it.
Or we can just skip it for now.
Yes, that's.
hang on, let me just
That's
get out my
interesting.
clock.
Okay. Well, let's go to release schedule is decided on based on interest in forums.
I love this.
That means if you
Eh,
want
Let Rubik talk.
make
It
a
is
giant
true.
thread about
It is true. If you
Alright,
notice,
time to spam the
No,
front
that-
page of FU.
Go ahead.
No.
about like a month or two before
Anna did big
the
time.
quest comes
Big,
out,
big,
you'll
big,
notice
big,
the
big
developer
time.
in charge will actually go through the forums. Like, if you look at Mod Anna, yes, Anna did big time. Mm-hmm.
Dylan
And
did
most-
his before EW4. And Srowley before Deserts.
Like, here's what I see. What they do is they go to where, like, what we post, read what we post, see what we know, and, like, use that for a basis of what they want to go into.
Yep.
Or they use that for some context, probably.
Now, what confuses me about that, though, is we've been talking about Nomad for 2 years. There are 3 very active threads about it. And, they're like, yeah,
Maybe.
Nomad will come in maybe 2 years. So, it came out in, like, what, 2009? Something like that? I'm not really
Yeah.
sure when it came out.
Most of the main developers.
But, like,
I've been working on something
yeah.
else at the time, though, so you can't say, like,
I mean, yeah, I don't blame them
Yeah.
for that.
But if
when
it's
they
not
say
in
release schedule is
if
decided
it's not
based
in
on interest
development, that's
forums,
one thing.
And then Nomad gets heavily discussed, and then Wraith is like, maybe I'll get back to it eventually.
here's
Yeah.
the thing. Mod Wrath, Chris L, and then they've been with the Evolution Combat for a year
I
or
don't
two.
blame them for that, to be honest.
And they haven't had time to actually do what they wanted to do. Chris
Yep.
L, when he gets out of it, he might not
Else.
even be working on a quest. He could be directed to something else. So
Yeah,
Hey.
they could shove him back into the
Yeah.
Dungeoneering.
Gina pops back in as soon as you say
I don't even-
dungeoneering.
Good alley.
that's not coming anytime soon.
Yeah, I know.
Uh,
I've never heard of this underwater
Not
city.
coming.
Like, where is it
okay,
mentioned in game?
Underwater City connected with pirate storyline. That shocked me.
Yeah, that was a bit weird. God
It's
letters.
not. It's only.
yeah, I can't even
mentioned
remember
very
where they
briefly in the
There's
God.
something it's been in the back of my mind.
But,
It was something
Robo,
really
Eve,
old.
and
It's
DJ Julian, a bunch of us wrote the Fremnik series, an extension of the Fremnik series, the Avian Seas, using that.
it was actually a really old thing, like you guys said. And we originally thought it was something related to the quest where we actually took the scuba tank and went on and went there, but like
We've
and it just
used
stopped doing
that
It's
tank
like,
in the last 3 pirate quests,
we-
though.
what
Kind
happened
of
to it?
failed.
What happened to
I
it?
feel like-
they're just forgotten.
Also, yeah. Well,
Forget
see,
from the last
another
one.
thing I noticed, when after they answered my question about that, they actually called it the Underground City twice,
Where is the cursed archipelago?
which makes me wonder if it'll be in the Cursed Archipelago underneath. Oh, and yes,
Or
thank
north,
you.
or south.
We don't know.
Somewhere.
It's somewhere west or east. We don't know. Or north.
No, it's probably
Here's the
east.
question. If thou art asking of the city beneath the waves, it has been submerged for many centuries, and most common folk consider it not but a myth. I tell thee true, however, that such a place doth indeed exist, and even as I write this,
That's a
there are those
quote
working
from
to
the
re-establish
Godletters.
access between this place and the outside world that have all but forgotten about it these past centuries.
Sometime in the next 5
Yep.
years.
Thank you.
So, I find that I really like that they're finally going to touch it.
So
we
my
don't-
and Kiev's
Hi,
we
Mo.
already,
something.
we already
and
discussed the
something.
next God year will be, or we already discussed next year will be 170. The Christmas will have more
we're kind
storytelling,
of
no definite
Okay,
answer
it's
character.
okay.
In need of
Big speech
him
of
not
evil
showing up
thing.
I know.
in before spam.
I
Yeah.
know.
Hi, Mo. Bye,
Um,
Mo.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Last
one
on the
was what, Blood
barbarian
Runs Deep?
backstory. I'm very happy with that because we need another Barb quest.
Well,
No more Camelot stuff. They're just gonna leave the Camelot story as it is and never touch it again. Fine.
Womp womp womp.
Even after that
What?
really awesome finale quest that was written on the forums.
this is the Void
We
Stares
already talked about the
back?
Temple Knights, and the Void
This
Knight-
is something
Knight story
after
is not
Void
over.
Stares back?
That confuses me. What's left?
Thank you,
Yeah.
Gina.
The Void story.
Wait.
They said that the Void story is not over.
No, what they said was.
Oh,
What they said was, the series, in itself is over, but they're gonna connect it to something else. And they're
I
gonna
really
use
liked that
related
series. Like,
to something still.
I
they're gonna
love
be
the
involved, but
Void
it's not gonna
series.
be part of the Void series. It's gonna be part of a different series.
Yeah. I loved that series.
I wish it was
It
one
came
quest
out
longer
really
though.
quickly. They introduced it and just went through it, and it was a good series.
Yeah, it just
I mean,
came out.
Conquest
boom,
is
boom, boom.
great.
Yeah.
That would have been
I mean,
nice.
Conquest is my favorite mini game in the game. Yeah.
Oh, I
It's a
love
shame
Pest
it's
Queen so much.
underused, but- Yeah, all three were really amazing, Orange, and even the boss fight. I
Pest
hated it at
Queen
the
is
time,
the
but it was such a
is
good
my
boss fight.
second favorite boss in the game.
Now that I think about
First
it,
one's
it is a very
Vanstrom.
well-designed boss fight.
Vanstrom,
I've actually
hands
enjoyed.
down, no,
Except in the
there's
combat beta.
no contest between Vanstrom and any other boss fight.
Behind Queen
But-
Dragon. Really?
I couldn't stand Nomad. That might have had. Yeah,
Well, Nomad
again
is
and again and
Nomad.
again and
I
again and
love
again.
Nomad.
Yeah.
Nomad?
Still remember watching you fail.
What I
I
can
feel
stand
like
is
Yeah.
the barrel
better now that they've released better gear. Like, I'm sure I
Yeah,
feel
pretty
it's
much.
very easy with flasks and Gano now. Put on your Gano, bring your War Tort with flasks, and you'll kill him in 20 minutes or less.
Go on, Rubik. I'm
what
setting
else?
up my
Okay,
stopwatch.
Shall I rant about Nomad's Master now?
But you want to know what my favorite boss
No,
is?
about
Go ahead. Keep me out of the
Emma's rant.
what?
Yeah,
anyway.
Human Slayer.
Okay, go ahead, Rubik.
Yeah, Demon Slayer. I was about to say that.
I
Yeah,
failed
yeah.
it.
Okay, Emma,
I actually
Yeah.
managed to fail that.
go.
I was gonna say Demon
You have
Slayer.
5
already beat me
minutes.
to it.
Yeah.
I could say
I would like to see that with a Baraku, but yeah. Okay, Nomad's Master. Sounds fair. Let's go. Mudmark, really?
5
Really?
seconds have elapsed.
2 years. About 2 years of Modwraith saying, no, Nomad's not involved with the Majorat. No, he will never be connected with the Majorat series. Nomad has no connection to the Majorat series. No, he's not involved with the Majorat, not at all. Monmark, today, it's Lucian. My face was the rage face. With one of those shoot in my mouth. There was a shoot-to-whoop laser coming out of my mouth, and my wall was now. Ugh. The anger coursing through my veins at hearing this. Everything they've said made it so that was not possible. It doesn't even make sense. If you do Ritual of the Majorat, how on earth did the assassins get ordered by Lucian to go kill him, and then they talk about the Master as if he's alive, and Nomad's like, yes, I will build up all of this awesome power to destroy you. And then they're like, yeah.
Wait, is
About that,
Lucian suddenly?
Because,
Is he?
we will build this world except we already killed him. Oops, problem. So, let's see. Monarch,
Other Mo.
You redact that statement now.
Hi, Mo.
Hi, Mo.
Not that Mo, the other Mo.
Yeah, the other Mo.
Yeah, that was the pillar.
Wait,
No,
what
that's
pillar?
Hawk.
You know,
Oh my god, it's Mo.
I
The-
sort of
the-
liked the pillar.
oh, the
it was
pillar?
annoying, but it was cute. I am. The
Oh,
pillar,
that
the
pillar. Okay, fair enough.
The pillar. The squish the queen pillar. Yeah. But God, it does not make sense. Finish Ritual of the Majorat, and then suddenly you're just kind of screwed. Because Nomad's like, yeah, I'm gathering all this power to kill my previous master. Here's some Dark Knights. Oh yeah, and here's a White Knight, because they're totally connected to Lucian too. The master is gonna flay you alive, and
Do they have to know
oh,
that
yeah.
he's dead?
Did we mention that he's
Like,
dead?
this all happened in the same year. Keep in mind that this is still year 169.
It-
These things.
It doesn't make sense though.
But who else
Keep
aside
in mind
from
how
us
that
and the
news
Majorat
is.
know that he's
Lucian
dead?
is dead. He tried to become a
And-
god, and we
and
stopped
Tiffy.
him. That
The Dragonkin. They killed him.
Yeah, but couldn't they have
How is this
sent them? Yeah.
How is this assassins?
Walter says clearly
You know,
they were
you kinda
ordered
have
via
to send
snail
the assassins
mail,
after Nomad?
and
Clearly.
yeah.
Scale theory. But, yeah, my biggest problem with it, though, is Nomad, at the end of the quest, goes,
Lol, no.
you have doomed this world. Which set up perfectly for another quest where we meet this master and we have to defeat him because we stopped Nomad. And we get to work to stop him. And then we discover that his master's already dead,
Jack,
which means the
God
whole
damn
epic
it.
build-up at the end of the quest means absolutely nothing.
Live just said,
It's just
Lucian,
no matter
while
what we are."
almighty, does not like paying $5 for
Please
shipping and
don't.
handling in the chat.
Lucian, well, almighty,
Oh,
not
God.
like paying the $5 for Brilliant. But yeah, I mean, doesn't that kind of take away from the whole
Well,
ending
yeah.
of Nomad's Requiem? That really
Didn't
scary
they
lead
mention
up, and
in
then
the future
you have
updates that they were
doomed this
thinking about
world.
making a Nomad 2
Yeah,
quest,
wow.
though? In the future update
And then it's
lore thing?
ugh, I don't. He did mod. In answer to my question about it, he said no, they're not related to the Camelot Knights. Darn it. And then Wraith is like, yeah, I've already got solid plans for Nomad 2. I'm going to heavily expand the lore. I'm gonna
Before
reveal the
Mark
master, but I'm not
completely
telling you who it
lied
is
to us
now.
all.
And
Do
once
that.
I finish on Evolution,
Like,
of
I
I'm gonna do it.
the first thing I thought when I was running through Nomad was that his
And
master
I'm
was
so
Lucian.
I wanna do it. That was my initial impression too, but then I started thinking,
No.
well, of course we're all.
You have
gonna
10
think
seconds.
Lucian, but I like to play. Have I told you about my noob reveal? Is what I call it. It's
Yeah, I guess.
basically look at the basic requirements for a quest, and if it's not attached to it via basic requirements,
No,
it's
but
not
you
it.
we met
Yeah,
Lucian
we've not even
back in
met
the
Lucian
in the
before,
Temple
and
of
no one's like, oh,
Ekov.
you should know who my master is. What?
Yeah.
But Nomad's Requiem doesn't require Temple of Ekov.
Derp.
I know, right?
So, Lucian is not even active yet. The ritual isn't even being considered yet.
If only
months-
Robo was here.
Uh-oh.
'Cause
Mo thinks he can answer
meanwhile,
that, but he has to get on the mic
at
or else we
least
won't.
A month passes.
Why you no get on the mic?
Okay, I'm gonna. Most goes. I can kind of answer that. I can't get on the
That
mic.
too. And he
Because
just
you're
mistyped LOL.
Remember?
Because
God damn it,
because
Mo.
he knows his
You
voice sounds like
big
a chipmunk.
elitist.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. Oh, it was funny. Okay. All right. So let's hear this, Mo. Rubik has
And he
Rubik.
lost his train of thought. You-
Okay,
God Damn
Alright,
it.
answers, please. I'm curious.
Mo, you're late.
Read it in Chipmunk's voice.
What? I lost my train of thought. Come on, Mo. Don't do this to me. Okay, so
Yeah, I
as
don't know.
was saying,
It's-
Mo, you're a
it's-
noob.
me how it makes sense that Lucian is still the master.
Either that or Mark is
If you can explain this to
full
me,
of shit.
I will be happy to follow.
And he just...
Because he still mispronounced my name.
He probably is.
Yeah. I'm sure... I really feel like Mod Wraith is totally raging at Mark right now.
Did he say explicitly?
Would you have needed to know who the master is in Nomad's Requiem for it to require Temple of the Cloud? Well,
Maybe.
my problem with it is Lucian
No,
says that
no,
a clever
no.
adventurer like you
no.
should have figured that out already. Which
I
implies
used
that
to
we...
be an adventurer like you, but then I took an arrow.
Yes, in the quest, if you speak to him about his master, he does say to you, a clever adventurer like you.
Okay,
Should
what
have
is
figured
what
that
are
out
the
already when we
requirements
asked about
for
Master.
Nomad? Let's see here.
Which means it's implied we know who the master is.
It obviously is that one guy from M. It's obviously the guy from M.
Actually, I have this written out somewhere, and
King's
that thread
Ransom.
is currently on page 1, so let me open it up. The requirements for Nomad's Requiem, are Black Knight's Fortress, Erlin's Crystal, Holy Grail, Murder Mystery, One Small
Yeah,
Favor,
so it's basically
Druidic
just
Ritual,
all of the
Rune
quests
Mysteries,
that you need
Shiloh
for
Village,
King's
Jungle
Ransom.
Potion, King's Ransom, completed the Night's Wave Training Ground, and have played 1 game of Soul Wars. Yep. It's basically part of the Jungle series, well, the entire Jungle series and the Camelot series, which is why, I'm like, oh, it's Camelot, duh. Because there's that lack of 70 defense requirement when the prayer that you need requires defense. Yeah.
It's
Wraith
been
is
up
like,
for
yeah, it's
about
just for piety.
4
And I'm
minutes
like,
now,
wait,
but
so where's the 70 defense requirement exactly, bud?
it is. But at this point,
think
it's
it's
not.
time
I
to
think
go.
it's less him ranting and
Yeah.
more about us kind of discussing this issue.
But it's good discussion. I
We
can get
can,
away
we
with
can
it.
go from... We can go...
I used my
We
5
can go
minutes.
off
Now we're
Camelot.
actually on the how does this make sense?
We can go off the Camelot and talk about what they talked about in the Camelot in the live stream.
Yeah.
Why-
I'm very
In the
confused.
live stream, they
And
said
all the
Camelot. We don't want to remove it like we did with Romeo and Juliet, but we don't
Yeah.
want to
Yeah.
take it out because of how much.
There's not much
influence
left
has
to
been
do
to the
with it,
game
really.
already.
Because I mean,
It brings a lot
Yeah.
to the game, but they don't want to touch it anymore.
yeah.
I-
Give it occasional
Yeah.
graphical.
I feel like they
Pokes,
just need something
and then
to wrap
that-
up
and
the
that's
series,
it.
all in all, and then they just never touch it again. I'm okay with that. But there's just give it a little fix, maybe clarify some things in the story.
Maybe.
And then maybe just wrap things up, rewrite the ending of King's Ransom to point out it's all over now. Don't expect another one. I would like that. But yeah, the Nomad thing just...
Hello, wall of text.
Curious. But yeah, like you said, Mo, I don't think it's required because the events aren't correlated, but... I mean,
Nope.
no, I get you. I mean, the events in Temple of Ikov don't relate to Nomad's Requiem at all. It's fully possible that the events between Lucian and Nomad happened before Temple of Ikov.
That's
In
pretty
fact,
much
it could
more
be
of
that
what I was
Lucian
saying.
took
It's
the
like
Stone
this is
Jackson
all
as
happening in
part
the
of
same
as a
year.
result of their fallout.
So who says that
Could
it
be
has to be
whatever Lucian
that
wanted with Nomad was never achieved.
Nomad's-
throughout the series, though.
this is one of those things where it's like the
This
kind of
year.
like time
Yeah.
fuck
I mean,
that
I
you
what
get
you're
from
saying. That
from
potentially
everything happening
what he
in
was
one
going for
12-month
happened before
span.
any of this, but what confuses me. Yeah. Yeah,
There's a
what
thread for that.
confuses me though.
Hang on, wait. I
What
spotted a lore
confuses
fail.
me, though? Yeah. My
Oh, guys,
Okay.
guys,
Yeah.
guys.
The penguins are the background of
I
this
spotted a penguin during the live stream.
podcast.
Penguins. Wait, we didn't even talk about that.
But yeah, my biggest problem with it right now is the idea that even though maybe their events were previous, the Black
But
Knights
that doesn't mean that
appeared-
he doesn't interact with them
Lucian
that we
doesn't interact with the
don't
Black
know
Knights at
about.
all until while Gothic sleeps. So where did? But, yeah, we know that he does not have Kintra support until while Gothic sleeps. Once he hires them and makes that base.
Yeah,
So it
I'm
doesn't
with the
seem like they
chat
ever
where
tied together before.
everybody's like, wait, how do we
So
know
I
that he
don't
didn't
understand
have
that,
their
and I really
support
would like Mod Mark to,
before Ardoin? But okay.
Because Lucian was hiding in Ardoon. The Kintra have nothing in
Wait.
Ardoin. Sorry. The Kintra don't work in Ardoin. Yeah, that's true, Orange. And the plan was already underway. The Darkspawn had, well,
That is
the
pretty much
Darkspawn
all we
doesn't
know.
start serving
And I
Lucian
can't wait
until
for it to be year
after the events of
170
the
so that we
Hunters
can
Rock
say
Wall.
this happened
All we know is
after
that it happened in the
everything
same
else.
Yep. Yes. Yes. That'll be really. But basically,
Well,
we're running to the
well,
same
Mo,
problem again,
Mo's
right?
saying that
Well,
there
right
are
now
some
it's
quests
for
will
Mod
still
Mark
be in
to
169. But yeah, I mean that makes sense.
Really,
And all, but
please
the
make some
stuff,
sense
the big
out of
ones, the stuff that clearly
Here's
happened
the-
after what we've got now will be in 170. So as
Yeah, that does make sense.
yeah, and that's fine. I have no problems with that.
Yeah, that makes perfect sense to me. It's just like with the revamps, it's like a flashback. People don't seem to understand. Speaking of that, like on the forum,
Because that's not how the
same
internet
person
works.
That made that Mornings End Part 3 thing that I was mad at made a thread that was like, "Why don't you recognize me, people?" And I exactly, and I'm just like, well, now please hang on here. They have said multiple times that these are flashbacks. So if you met, that was the first time you ever met Ceramic Vars in What's Mine
Yeah.
Is Yours.
Well,
So
some
why do
people
you
are
suddenly
derps.
expect him to recognize you when in this flashback he's never met you before? That's what killed me. But yeah, so I feel like
Unfortunately, there's too many of those people.
that is my biggest problem with it, Mo. Is that, I mean, I can agree with the idea that his master is Bush. There is, an idea that yes, okay, I can see that, but you have doomed this world. Except he's dead, so fine, whatever.
Well, maybe Nomad was up to something else.
I don't know. I don't know. I totally agree too, Mo. That's actually why I went hunting for another master.
Isn't that what?
Because
Who is it that
It just
is
felt
that
so
complains?
cliche
I think
for
it's Walter
another
actually
thing to
that
tie into the Majora.
mentions how he hates the Dragonkin
Well, they
because
are
it's
pretty important.
super cliche. Is that Walter? Like, I know you're in the chat. Yeah, that is. Yeah,
Yeah.
okay. Or they're the super villains, and
Walter.
they just like everything bad comes back to them or something like that. I mean, you can.
Thought so.
New Walter.
I can't narrate the entire chat that's happening right now between Mo the Noob and Walter, but okay. Yeah.
It's really weird. Dragon cliche why? The podcast
Yeah,
never
we're
seemed
pretty
rather
much.
cool
I
and you
mean,
like TBH.
the
Did you
Nomad
ever
was the
reveal?
last thing that
We
we
did
were
discuss
talking
it earlier,
about
though.
with, basically for
Um,
this entire podcast. So
But yeah.
No. the penguins are on the background. No, penguins do not fail. I will kill you in your sleep.
You forgot penguins.
Mo said that. Mo is not actually in this call.
Who said that?
He is because he has no mic.
Wasn't
He's
you.
therefore
You have to
invalid.
listen
His
You
opinions
penguin
are
cast.
not.
I'm sorry.
So, anyways, since we've somehow managed to make this into a 2-hour podcast
Yeah.
again,
Simple.
um,
Moving on.
of course, the last hour of
Okay.
it was lore discussion. So I guess you can pretty much consider this like 2 1-hour podcasts.
Oh.
Okay.
2-hour podcast actually doesn't take that long because because I'm using the
You wanna release those
background
two?
of
Split it up as soon as we get to the lore live stream. Okay.
Can we not go into this? I mean,
All right, final
Yeah.
point. Final point.
oh yeah.
Mo's a
Next-
noob.
lure live stream because they said that there was so much that talked about, but they didn't want to talk about it now because so much is coming out next year.
Yep.
So they wanted to say they wanted to have another one for after a lot of things have happened, so we can ask them what just happened.
A lot of stuff is gonna happen.
And
yeah. So I'm excited about the
yeah,
next 3 months.
So that basically says next 3 months. Lots and lots
Yeah.
of
So
lure.
we're gonna get a new year. We're gonna get maybe a new god. We're gonna figure out who Karshai
It's gonna
is.
be
We're
great.
gonna find out.
Yeah.
So we're gonna clearly have the dwarf finale, the elf finale, or not the
Yeah,
elf, the
the
next
new
elf
god.
quest, the
And-
next
and- and
Majorat
this-
quest,
Dwarves
next
and
or this is
everything.
all gonna be in the
This
next
is-
3 months.
And it's all going to be delayed until January 2014.
Yep.
Like, and to be honest, this is what RuneScape needs right now, especially right now.
We're finally getting the lore that we've been hoping for, and I'm so happy with that.
That's,
If Jagex actually does what we've hyped it up to be just today, it could
Yes,
be
it is
a
soon.
game that everyone
But
wants to
yeah,
play
so I
again.
guess
No
after
one
2
wants to
hours
play
of
it
this,
again.
we should
Anyway,
probably wrap it up.
All this is
Uh,
coming soon,
it
pretty much.
has been
Yeah.
it's nice
So, yeah.
being able to talk about this stuff again. The lore these live streams that they're doing are they're pretty awesome. I love the live streams.
No.
Yes.
Excellent.
Mhm.
So happy. I'm very glad they're getting involved. in this again,
Yes.
because it seems
I'm
they're
going
brilliant.
to let you go
I mean, these BTS videos are lovely.
now.
Okay,
I guess.
Shall we each make a closing statement? Alright. Okay. Alright, my closing statement. Thanks for listening to
Rubik,
us
make it happen.
debate this stuff. So, yeah,
And
Godmark,
anybody else?
if you somehow happen to watch this, I want you to explain Nomad, and I still
I'm
think
going last.
I still think Azanandra is going to be the new god. Up next, go.
See what I
No.
can do.
I'll go.
I'll go last.
Alrighty.
Jagex stole all of our ideas. The Penguin Motherland is not Acheron. I wish you all good month. Ish. Not for me. Maybe this time.
Yeah.
Bye.
Alright, go.
I just have this live stream, and well, I cannot say that.
It is the
I don't know
mythical
how to say
insane A face. that is what Mo is spamming the
Mo's
If I
chat
could
with.
say it, that is what I would say.
Hey.
Yeah, that's Gina's job and my job.
Yeah.
DG.
But I'm supposed to spam that.
It's the... It's
Good.
Oh yeah, I'm also supposed to
that one,
spam
guys.
about
Hang out on the
dungeoneering,
surface
Dread.
for a change.
That's well, yeah, but less of that.
Wow.
I'm 120. What more is there to do?
No way. I think
Yeah,
I
you
think
did
Zach
that.
just had a heart
She did
attack.
that yesterday. She actually
I
did
Gina
that
apparently
outside.
tried to do a farming run like a week ago or something. I got spammed while
I'm used to it, but yeah.
MGT palm tree.
What?
Oh.
How did that go, Gina?
Well, I gave up
Yeah,
on
I
it after
can't
2
see
months.
that going well. Okay, Rubik, you're up.
Then I ended up spamming dungeoneering again with the live stream, so I don't think that really got anywhere.
All right, Rubik's done.
Yeah. No, I'm pretty much
All right.
love the lure live stream. It really brought to life.
Way to
what I was
plug
hoping
the
for,
clan,
and
Ninja Clan
Yeah,
plug. Go. Since we don't talk about
I think
anything
next
regarding
year's gonna be
that
the year
in
for our
the
clan.
main. That's Gina and I's line.
What's the lore?
Loser. Anyways,
Mo's closing statement is Rubik, you're late. Moving on.
Robo, I don't know what Robo would say. Gina would know.
Yeah, I did. Yeah,
see,
I
that's
did. Mo.
Robo.
Oh,
I
wait,
purposely-
what would
I
Robo
purposely
say if the
said
question
Yeah,
that
was
probably.
yesterday, Mo.
Is that why he's not here? Because his mic died?
Robo.
He would say
Or
something
is it just
almost
'cause his computer
indecipherable
completely
because
crashed?
His microphone crashed.
Okay, so
Yeah, pretty much.
I want
Well,
to
his
say,
computer start-
But anyways,
Yeah.
so
he would say, "Thank you all for," and then his computer would die.
yeah, probably.
we love
Let's
you,
see.
Robo.
Since
I
Mo
think-
thinks that we're
I
all
think
so
he'll
mean,
also give us an
does
"I
Mo
told
have
you
anything to
so,"
say?
In that Lucian was the master, but
And Walter says his closing statement is that he's fearful of the God quest line due to it seeming like an end game of sorts, and it makes
Yeah.
it's. I can see that, but I can
No.
also see the other one.
yes. Bo and I were really scared of this, actually. We were talking about this last week, and that we're worried that because they said they're going to change
Oh, and
a
is
lot
that
of
necessarily
lore,
a bad thing,
it's going to
though?
really change way too heavily
Well, I mean, if they
the
lore
way that,
fail
you know,
right
we-
and left, then yeah, of
the
course.
things that we know.
But that's what we have that thread for.
It could be if they screw things up. It
No.
just scares me.
No.
Yeah.
It scares me. A little bit.
It has already been said.
Mo says that
Anyways.
Lord Draken will be a god.
Hang on. Mo's
Anyways.
closing statement was redundant and stupid, so we'll just skip
God
it.
damn it.
Yeah. It's not true, Mo.
Go.
We all
You
know
go
it.
write a
That was
thread.
redundant one.
The Easter Bunny.
No, there's not, though. They
The
said
Easter Bunny.
We have talked to the person that will become a god in the game. Good luck, because I'm gonna go. They did say Mo, so I'm gonna go write my thread about how Azanadra's gonna be a god.
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna
Absolutely.
continue writing threads.
I
No,
think
they
we
did
just
say that we have
destroyed
talked
Mo's
to
hopes
that
and
player,
dreams.
And you still can talk to that person that will become a god.
They said you've talked to him.
Yeah.
Someone you can talk to right now.
Anyways, okay, so I guess before we get more off
It's been
topic
a
and we go
couple,
and this spins off
we
into
know.
another hour-long
I
discussion,
know.
we should probably wrap this
I
up right
know.
now. Thanks
I guess
to
it was-
everybody who's continued to watch or listen to this. It has been quite a bit of fun. The
Yeah.
people shuffling in and out have been kind
Me
of
ram.
hectic because it's hard to keep track of who's in the chat and who's because Orange has been in the chat and Mo and Walter, and we lost we lost Robo halfway through, and then Rubik and Gina and a bunch of people came in and out. But thanks to all of you for thanks to all of you for coming on, and we
And
will
then we
be
had to
back
deal with
probably
Mo.
early next month for another one of these, and hopefully we will have as much to talk about in the next BTS as we did about this last lore live stream. So thanks for watching, everybody, or listening, everybody, and
Like,
we'll we'll see you all around.
Indeed.
And Mo is a noob.
happy Thanksgiving.
End stream now.
Thanksgiving.
Bye.
A little bit after.
Bye.
Guys.
Bye.
I was in
Yep.
Why turning on